Welcome, Trekkies. How are you? How is your Sunday? Happy Sunday, by the way. And I hope that all of y'all have already had your Sunday dinner. Well, I haven't had mine yet. I'm saving it until after the stream, but I hope at least you done cook it already because, again, we're in for a good few hours of track and field. It doesn't end until sometime after 7. So we're in for a long haul this evening as well. So I hope you at least already prepared it. So in any case, you can always jump over and get some food to eat while watching and enjoying the stream. You know where to get the stream. That is One Spot Media, so you can watch along with us and enjoy track and field. Jamaica track and field is national, junior, and senior championships. All right, so before we get into anything else, I just want to give you a quick rundown of the order of events so you guys will know exactly what is coming up today on the track. So at 4:40, 4:55, sorry, my time, the first event gets off on the track. That would be the girls under 18, well, under 20, sorry, 800 meters run. Then you have the boys equivalent, the senior women equivalent, and the senior men equivalent. All finals on the track today, guys. So again, the seniors and the juniors 800 meters run come up next, starting with the juniors, of course. Then we continue with the 400 meters. Juniors is the same process. Juniors start first, females, then it goes straight into senior women and senior men. Then we have the under 20 100-meter hurdles finals for the girls. Then we have the women, senior women, that is 100-meter hurdles finals. And the reason they do it that way is because they have to adjust the barriers. And by the time they get to under 20, it's still higher than the women for the senior women, so that's why they do it that way first. So you'll see the under 20 girls, then the senior women, then the under 20 boys 110-meter hurdles, then the senior men 110-meter hurdles as well. And there's a difference with the height in barriers for both the juniors and the senior men. I think it's something around 39 to maybe 41 or 42 inches. Then we have over here, ending or rounding out the events on the track, we will have the 200 meters dash. So that would be for girls, that would be under 20, boys under 20, senior women, and the senior men. So that is what is coming up. As I did say, the first event to come off on the track will be the 800 meters starting at 4:55. So that is what is coming up. But since I'm going to work with what I did yesterday, we can do a quick recap on what really happened or what took place yesterday on the track for Jamaica so that we know what we can look forward to seeing. And the major thing, obviously, well, there are major things across the board, but the biggest thing or the biggest names would be Shelley and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson Heron, Sherika Jackson, all winning their 200-meter semifinal, looking absolutely fantastic, looking like they're ready to burn the track and put down a fantastic times this evening. And I'm expecting to see a good show from all three of them. They know that it's pretty much between the three of them who is going to win. So that's pretty much what's going to happen, and they're going to go at each other's throats and try to be the national champion. Let's see if we can get a personal best in there. Sharika promised something special, so let's see. We may get something fantastic from her this evening. Elaine Thompson Harrow wants to rebound from what happened before, so let's see if she can rebound from that in the 100 meters. And of course, Shelly, she has the badge. She only did one run in the 100 meters, looking slick, fantastic, and she's here to secure a spot in the 200 meters, and she looks like she can take it as well. So let's see which of our top big guns will get it. Another interesting race coming up on the cards. will be the men's 400 meters. It Let me tell you something. It was absolutely shocking to see the defending champion, Dominic Gay, make, not making it to the final. That is how competitive the semifinals were yesterday. So Dominic has not made it. So it's a fantastic race that's going to be coming up this evening between Akeem Bloomfield, Christopher Taylor, we have Nathan Allen and Javon Powell. Christopher Taylor, like I was saying on the stream, he has the time from last year because it carries over. It runs for a year, your qualifying time that you have or the time that you run. So he's still within that year. So his time from last year still carries over to now. So he does have the qualifying standard, but still anybody can get it tonight. You have to finish in that top three to see and hopefully run the qualifying standard time. So, but it's going to be a really, really close race, really fantastic. Another hot race on the cards is the women's equivalent, the 400 meters. Women looking like a race of death as well. Not sure who is going to make it out of that because all of the girls look absolutely fantastic. We have Stephanie and McPherson there. We have the new kids on the block coming up. And I'm telling you, we have Stacey looking really good. We have the Jamaican leader also really looking good. So these girls will be coming out to pretty much lay down the gauntlet and try to book a spot on the team. Let me just give you a rundown of the girls that will be coming up. So we have Cheyenne Salmon, Tiffany James Rose, Stacey Ann Williams, Cherokee Young. Her name slipped my mind a while ago. She's the Jamaican leader right now. Cherokee Young. We have Candice McLeod. We have Stephanie and McPherson. Both Candice McLeod and Stephanie and McPherson would have made it to the Olympic finals last year. Janelle Broomfield, Ranisha McGregor. Which three? What three will be getting the spot? Absolutely crazy. But again, any three that get it, we have to support them. But what I can say is that we have an absolutely fantastic 4x4 in the women's. May not be able to challenge the Americans because, as we can see, Sydney McLaughlin is over there breaking records like she's walking. So not sure, and we haven't seen Dalila yet, and I know Dalila is a good, strong 400-meter leg for them. So I don't know if we'll, and of course, I think Mo can't forget her. So again, America is really deep in the 400 meters. We can put up a fight, of course, and these girls, I think they're up to the challenge and up to the task. I see Bura Singh putting in some breaking news here in the chat. So let me just jump and say hi to Woodism. What's going on? Hi, Denise. Denroy, track season. That's what's happening. Are you late to the party? Lincoln, yes, track and field is very hot. Right. So the breaking news, Sha'Carri. I don't think it is breaking news because Sha'Carri, I did say the moment she failed to qualify in the women's 100 meters, I said she is not making that 200 meters team because that 200 meters team is harder to make. And the 200 meters is not her strongest event. America is very deep in that event. And so I am not surprised that she didn't make it. Anybody that was expecting her to make it, I guess at this point is probably one of those wagonists there that's not really following what's going on in track and field, not realizing that she stood absolutely no chance of qualifying. She didn't even make it to the finals. That's how strong the Americans are right now in the 200 meters. Not even Gabby Thomas made the team. This is the Olympic silver medalist. She didn't make the team. Well, in Gabby's defense, sorry, she was suffering from what I understand is a hamstring injury. So she is not at her best, but still, it just goes to show you that when you come to the trials, you have to be at your best. If you're not at your best, you're not gonna get an opportunity. Sha'Carri threw away her opportunity in the 100 meters for whatever reason. I don't know, because for me, Making the team is one thing, but not making it out of the heat is a whole different story. I don't know what was going on mentally with her. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's anything physical. I don't think she has an injury, nothing at all like that. I am thinking it's something mental. But the pressure for me didn't get on didn't get on yet. We didn't get to semifinal rounds where you're like, okay, I'm meeting some of the girls that are really close to me now in times. I have to step it up a notch and I'm really worried and I'm concerned. This was the heat. This should have been an easy walkthrough for her. Right. I'm sorry. Deverton, yes, she was the Olympic bronze medalist. I can't forget my girl there. Coming through like a rocket, finishing very fast. I'm sorry about that, but still an Olympic medalist. But back to Sha'Carri. Yes. So she had no excuse not even making it to the finals. And I see a lot of Americans saying, oh, we're putting too much pressure on Sha'Carri. And by we, I mean Americans. So I am not American. So when I just said we a while ago, I'm speaking to the Americans. They are putting too much pressure on her. And I do not agree. Sha'Carri put pressure on herself. Sha'Carri is the one that tweeted out last year, don't worry, I'll be your world champion next year. Then if you tell people that, people not gonna look out for sister, you're gonna be world champion next year. What you gonna tell the people them and say, oh, you're putting too much pressure on me? Nobody asks you to go tweet that. Nobody asks you to go tweet out, oh, I'm the fastest, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and everything else under the sun. Maybe you should have just held your head down and trained and came out and shocked us with the world with those 10 threes that Justin Gatlin was talking about. But guess what? You came out and we don't even know. To this day, 'cause you won't talk to funny enough, for somebody that's always so chatty and quick to get on social media and air whatever she's feeling. Now we're not hearing anything when we really want to hear it, which is very interesting. But again, I think this is a lesson for her. I thought last year would have been a lesson for her to wake up and realize that this is a professional sport and you have to be serious. Yes, the social media hype and everything that comes with it, but you have to be able to manage that. You can't let that get ahead of you and make you not focus on the task at hand, which is track and field. And she wasn't focused on track and field. She was focused on everything outside of track and field. It just goes to show you. Look at how she turned up in the 100 meters in flashy, the socks, the high knee socks, the bow tie situation happening. There was so much happening with her on the track. And look at how she turned up in the 200 meters. You didn't see nothing. As a matter of fact, if you didn't spot the hair, you wouldn't know who was Sha'Carri. You would not know who that was Sha'Carri. And obviously her hair was done from before. So it is what it is. But I'm just saying that you wouldn't have known because she's like, okay, I need to be low key now and I need to focus on qualifying. That's what she should have been saying to herself from before. Not all the hype. Wait, all right, let me tell you what she should have done. Qualify and then go on a loudspeaker and broadcast and say, yeah, I got my spot. Yeah, I'm coming to dominate. Yeah, and everything else on the third. But not before, not a year before. You are the one that keyed in all of the Americans, all of those non-track and field people that know absolutely nothing about track, that have now started following track and field. You are the one that brought them into the sport, telling them you will be their world champion next year. You put pressure on yourself, Sha'Carri, not the Americans. You did. So you have to stand up and face the music. But I don't want to beat a dead horse because I'm sure she's already going through it right now. So I'm just going to hop off the Sha'Carri train. I just hope she comes back stronger because I honestly do believe that she is quite talented. I just think that everything else that's going on around her is what's throwing her off and throwing off her progress. Because again, she ran would have been a world junior record if it was ratified, but it's not ratified, right? But it's an American junior record. That's 10:75. So the girl is talented. The girl is fast. The girl just needs to focus. She needs to focus on those legs because that's what got her here and that's what's going to keep her here. I mean, let's see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, I got the correction. Thank you. So we have Gabby as the bronze medalist. Sha'Carri profile. I believe so. I'm not really sure what's going on with her. Yes, you did say about Sharika, but I was expecting personal best from her. So whether or not that personal best brought her to a win, I was expecting her to come out and be in join the 10-6 club. And if you're following our channel from before, you'd have seen we did a video on the possibilities of Sharika getting to 10-6. So I'm a firm believer in hard work and determination. And if it's one thing I've noticed about Sharika, she's very determined. She doesn't want to be third best, because if you notice, her name pretty much follows Shelly, Elaine, and then Sharika. It's like an afterthought on the world scene. Everybody's really focusing on Shelly and Elaine. She doesn't want to be in that considered quote unquote third best. She wants to be the best. So I had absolutely no doubt that she would be coming on and doing absolutely something fantastic. Whatever happened in the 100 meters final before it ran, it can't be changed. It threw off all the athletes. A lot of them didn't perform how they wanted to perform, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I'm expecting Sherika to come out today and do something fantastic as well. I'm expecting all the three or big guns to come out and do something fantastic. They pretty much know that once they finish the race healthy, a spot will be theirs. But I don't expect them to just cruise. I expect them to go all out to prove a point, to get in the mind of your competition that I have a one upon you. I have an edge on you, at least, because again, this is sport. This is professional sport. I expect all of these things to go on, and it would be weird if we didn't expect it. Yeah, I moved on from Sha'Carri. No more Sha'Carri here. Hi, Ariel. What's going on? Um, let's see here. Yeah, they really need to step up and be under 45. But a lot of them, a lot, if not all, other than maybe Javon Powell, they are coming back from injuries. The Christopher Taylors, the Akeem Bloomfields, the Nathan Allens, all of them would have been coming back from something. So they're not at their absolute best at this time. So we do have to give them time to get back into 44. So we know Akeem Bloomfield, Nathan Allen, Christopher Taylor have all gone into Javon Francis as well is coming back from an injury. They're all coming back now, all got into 44 before, so they can get back there, but it will take time. So all they can do is step things up. Hopefully, again, as I said, I do know Christopher Taylor has the qualifying standard time because his carries over from last year, and we do have again Javon Powell having the qualifying standard. But I don't like to leave things to chance. Uh, and you don't want to hope, oh, the person that finishes ahead of you never gets a chance to get the qualifying standard. You want to finish in that top three and not leave it a chance. Yeah, injuries. Have a good night as well. I hope you're not leaving yet and you're staying with us. Tom will be joining us shortly. So, uh, yeah, injuries really set back athletes, and it's a part of the sport. We want our athletes to always be healthy, but the reality is that's not gonna always happen. So if you had seen a lot of preview videos from us leading into the championships, would have been talking about. Let's give you an example. How our men 110-meter hurdles was really deep. By the time we got around to the championship, quite a few of them are out injured, not able to enter. So it's just a part of the game. But we know we have a few people waiting in the wings, and once they've recovered from their injuries, they will get back stronger. Same thing for the women 100-meter hurdles. So it is it's not good, but again, it's a part of the sport. So we just have to take it as it comes. I'm seeing here Noah Lyles. Yeah, Noah, I didn't see the race. I saw the results. I haven't gotten a chance to see the race. I saw here that he did beat Knighton. I'm not gonna lie. There's some tracks in the USA that have me going, Some of those tracks have me going, because I'm like, Where did that 19.4? I don't even remember what that junior record is right now because it was it 1949, something like that. Where did that come from? For the life of me, every time I look, and it's not about who he was running against, just the fact that he was able to run that quickly, I was like, what? Absolutely amazing. But then it's like when you see and again, maybe I'm gonna sound a little biased being a Jamaican, but it is what it is, right? It's just hard to sometimes watch these events and the race is either turned a particular way, so you always get a positive wind behind you, blowing you. And I'm like, and then it's to me, at one point in time, back a few years ago, I always used to say, "Oh, Eugene is fast." Is the fastest track in America, and I didn't really used to pay attention to the other tracks. But what I've noticed is that it seems like all their tracks are fast, all of them, all of them have the ability to get you to run some stupendous times. So hopefully, when our Jamaicans get onto those tracks, they'll also be able to drop fantastic times. We saw what happened with Elaine Thompson last year. She dropped 10.54 on Eugene. So let's see. We all know that the world record is in Shelly's eyes. Let's see. Sharika is looking for a PB. She didn't get it yesterday. Well, not yesterday, day before yesterday, she didn't get it. Let us see if she can get it there, and it's the best place. What I've been hoping for is a positive wind, not over the allowable, because we know that wind can shift really quick in Eugene. So I've been hoping for that. The first track event is not up yet, it will be coming up shortly. Right now the girls are on the track and they're doing their paces, so they'll be getting in their block shortly. As I did say, 4:55 is when the first event gets off. Nathan is going to get him at the World Championships. We never know. I mean, I'm not rooting for either of them because I want a Jamaican medal from some way, somehow. I see Johan Blake coming back, and I'm just hoping that he can put up some kind of challenge. At the end of the day, he is still the second fastest man ever over the 100 meters and the 200 meters. So and a 19.6 is not beyond him if he just dropped a 9.85. So let's see what he does tonight. But I'm expecting great things. The Americans are really strong in the 200, though. You have to give them that. They're really strong in the 100 meters as well. They just don't seem to get it together sometimes on the world stage when they should medal, as we did see last year. Last year, did they go one, two? No, they went 2, 3, 4 in the Olympics. Andrea Gross won that. But still, you can see how good they are in that 200-meter field. This year, Andre DeGrasse is not looking that sharp, so they could very well go 1, 2, 3. They don't have the defending champion. Who is the defending champion? It's slipping me right now. I don't remember who won. Oh, Noah Lyles. Oh, they get 4. They could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So they could get 1, 2, 3, 4 going into the World Championships. It's a possibility. If we're calling it for Jamaica, we might as well call it for them. They could get it. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's a very good athlete. He just tried to put himself in the league of Usain Bolt and it didn't work. Obviously, he's not in that league, but he's still a fantastic athlete. He is the defending world champion. We can't take that away from him. He ran his ass off to get that time, and he understood at that moment that it's really tough doing 6 rounds in a championship and walking away with 2 gold medals. He didn't, obviously, but I'm just saying that he understood at that point in time that he had to give credit where credit was due, and he gave Usain Bolt obviously his props, because I guess at the time he was trying to pretend like, oh, anybody can go in and do 6 runs and break world records. It's not that simple. But I do think he's a world class athlete. I'm not taking that from him. So okay, so the girls under 2400 meter 800 meters, sorry, finals is on the track. Let me just quickly go over who is in this race. All right, so we have Kishay Rule, we have Rashana Dwyer. So, all right, let me say that again. So we have Kishay Rule. I guess this is Alpha. And then we have Rashana Dwyer, she's Edwin Allen. Then Samantha Kavana. I hope I'm saying that right. She's from Trinity Elite. And then we have Alicia Douglas, St. Jago High, Chrisanne Plummer from Vision Track, and Carlene Temple from Alpha. A lot of these athletes have gone over, even though they're juniors, they're now training with what appears to be professional track clubs. So I guess that's telling us what route they would like to go. Maybe go pro, or this is in preparation to hopefully get a scholarship to further pursue their track career. But yeah, a lot of them are running with track clubs at this time. Bora's saying the depth of competition has gotten better. American track and field athletes think everything is luck. It's not. Yeah, they do. They do have an ego thing about them, but I guess if I was American, or if I flip the script and I'm thinking that a Jamaican was behaving that way, I would kind of try to understand, because at the end of the day, you want to be as confident as possible and believe you're the best at all times. So sometimes it hampers them, yes, because they're so blindsided by their own cockiness that they don't see who is coming. But at the same time, if you're not confident in yourself or in your ability, then you're already defeated before you even get to the line. So that's just my take on it. So I don't necessarily think confidence is a bad thing. It's just that they tend to overdo it sometimes. But yeah, it's not a bad thing, especially, and you know what? It keeps the sport interesting. Because if everybody was just coming on the track all mostly, nobody said anything, nobody did anything, we'll just be sitting there boring, like sometimes in a test cricket, and we're like, okay, we're just watching and watching and watching, because we know test cricket goes on for a few days, and so I mean, you have to get the excitement going, and I love the excitement. It keeps track interesting. At least it gives me things to talk about and cuss about behind the scenes, because before we started this channel, I used to be cussing with Tom all day every day about who said what, who did this, and that's what keeps it fun and interesting and engaging. All right, so that race is finished. Rosanna Dwyer taking it in 2 minutes 10. Samantha Kav, Kav, Kavana, I hope, is 2 minutes 11, and Kishay Rowe 2 minutes 13. Let me just check that qualifying standard time. Some of them may have actually done it already, because we know they've already gone to Champs, they've already gone to Carifta, so they had multiple opportunities to run faster than this. The time is 2 minutes 9 seconds. So I'm hoping that a few of them would have already met the qualifying standard. Yes, she did win it. She's been dominating that field. Uh, she's been dominating it. So I didn't expect anything less from her. It was just unfortunate what's happened to her in the Carifta. I am so, when it comes to these longer distance races and touching and bumping and that kind of thing, unless it's really egregious, I don't really mind it, because at the same time, a lie. Let me not say that. No, but that was egregious though, because that girl from which country, Uganda, that pushed Natalia in 2019, me still have her up to this day. I still have her up to this day. Her name is slipping my mind right now, but me still have her up to this day. So let me let me not say that. Maybe again, maybe there's a little bit of bias slipping in, but like when I watch these races, because there's so much trying to get in the correct place, there's a lot of pushing and shoving, but it's not necessarily in meant to take you out of the race, kind of thing. And I don't think what happened with her, she was trying to take the person out of the race per se, but well, it is what it is. Yes, and even Alison Felix is the same as well. Shelley as well. I mean, we knew what happened in the Olympics, but you know when you want to win, that drive and that hunger, yeah. So, but yeah, our athletes tend to be okay. Well, I don't want to say okay with a loss, but they kind of take their grosses behind closed doors, the balling and the wailing and whatever they do, they don't show it to us. So that kind of disappointment, they don't really show it to us on the track. And maybe they need to start showing it sometime, because I'm not gonna lie to you, what happened last year at the Olympics? Well, it started before the Olympics. What happened at the trials last year in the 100 meters got a lot of tongues wagging, a lot of persons interested and excited in what was going on with the 100 meters. It wasn't boring and blah. So sometimes it's okay to show a little, emote a little, show us what's going on. Okay, we will watch out for him. How is this pronounced? I hope I'm going to say this right. Luzolo Adams, Luzolo. I hope I said that right. All right, we'll watch out for him. Sha'Carri is egotistic. Sha'Carri is American. That's just how Americans are. Full stop, point blank, as they would say, period, or whatever. That's just how they are. And and that is why a lot of Black America, I would say, took to her, because they see themselves in her, because that's just how they have a kind of swagger about them, and that's completely fine. That, I guess, that's their quote unquote identity, but it rubs others outside of the country the wrong way, but that's just typically who they are. All right, so the under 20 boys is finished. See how that race went. Waiting for the results to come up on the screen. All right, the results have not come up yet. It's raining. All right, I'm gonna have to adjust a few of my expectations because of the rain. Hear me out. The hurdles is coming up. The hurdles finals is coming up. It's raining. That's not a good thing. We all know the hurdles, any little thing can throw you off. So my best bet, I wanted Brittany to try to go for the national record, but seeing what's happening, I'm just saying, just clear those hurdles, just be safe as possible, and get to the finish line. That's what I want for all our athletes, because this is really going to affect them in the hurdles. Same thing in the sprints. I was expecting Sharika to pretty much put her foot down, Shelly and Elaine. I'm not so much expecting it now, because if this rain continues, I'm not expecting them to do that. I'm expecting them to err on the side of caution and think about the future, and not risk any injuries in this sort of weather. So we may not see the fireworks that we were expecting. Same thing for the men's 100-meter hurdles. We may not see the 110, meter hurdles. We may not see the fireworks that we were expecting, but still expect fantastic races. Right now, all I'm hoping for is that all of them finish healthy. We saw a few athletes here go down in the under 20 boys 800 meters. So it can happen. Accidents do happen. So fingers crossed that all remains good for the following events. The under 20 girls finish, under 20 boys finish 800 meters. Now they're moving into the seniors. So we're going to see the women come out on the track, and then the men. Of course, Natalia Gould being our standard bearer in the 800 meters. I'm expecting to see her here out on the track. Hopefully she can drag a few others with her. Hopefully inching closer to that qualifying standard. And I did say a few days ago on the stream with Navaski, there are a few guys on the bubble of breaking into 145. Hopefully he can drag them into personal best, and maybe a few of them can, maybe we can dream a little, guys. We can dream a little. Maybe a few of them can get into the qualifying standard. I mean, it's 45-0. It's a world of difference, but we can hope a little and to see what transpires there. But again, it would be nice to see Jamaicans get three people in the future. Maybe if not this year, maybe next year. These guys are all young, so I'm expecting to see them continue to progress. Get three people to a world championships or any global event. It doesn't matter. What happened to Akeem Blake? Based on what I'm hearing, he just suffered a cramp. I guess that's just from, overextending himself a bit to make that team. That's just how hot it was. He wanted to win, obviously, and he laid it all on the track, literally. So he just got a cramp. Hopefully, it's not anything more than a cramp. But reports I'm hearing so far is that it's just a cramp. So again, he's one of our top guys right now, sub 10. We don't want anything bad to happen to him. So let's see. Yeah, Q Synergy, I think I did say 1949 if I'm not mistaken, but it still makes me go, because especially looking at the times here in Eugene, and Eugene again, to me, is the fastest track in the world. And I'm saying, I mean, it's not that far, but still, he did that early on, and you're expecting now that you're prepped and primed for your championships, your trials, then you may be dropping even faster time. So I was expecting to, you want to see people replicate or get closer to what they did to solidify, I guess, the time. So that's the only thing with that. But yeah. I'm hoping I'm hoping it will be faster than that. The guys looked pretty much full tilt yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, but you never know what the finals can bring out in you. So let's see. But they have to run the qualifying standard. If the qualifying standard is 44.90, they have to run that standard if they expect to get in. Anybody that places 1, 2, 3 has to run the standard, and they have the standard on their mind. It's not just about quote unquote winning, it's about getting that standard as well. So that time will not cut it if the 1, 2, 3 do not have the standard. Let me just double check that standard real quick if I'm not telling it to you correctly, but I'm thinking it's 44.90. Let me just double check it really quickly. Okay, so yeah, it's 44.90. So that's the qualifying standard. So they have to put out everything. We've seen them do it before, Q Synergy. Yeah, that crossed my mind, but I didn't want to put it out there. I don't know if you remember when Noah Lyles ran that 18 something. I don't remember 18 what it was. 89 something maybe. And later it was found out that, they put the 200-meter blocks at the wrong place or something. I'm like, how long are these people in track and field? I have never seen that issue at any Jamaican championships. I've seen where a few of them may not have known where the 800-meter line was or stuff like that, but not for the sprints. The 400-meter, everybody knows where that starts. And I'm talking about the officials. Everybody knows where the 200-meter starts. Everybody knows where the 100-meter starts. How is it that officially setting up a race and somehow miraculously it is short? It's a short. Well, I don't remember how long they said it was at the end of the day, but the fact of the matter is it was less than 200 meters, and I just don't think that that's a mistake that can happen, especially in professional sport. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. Lord have mercy. Sha'Carri, all right. God go with her. That's all. That's all I have to say. God go with Sha'Carri. Yes, guys, you see what I said about earlier about her putting pressure on herself. Nobody is putting pressure on Sha'Carri, but Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri is doing it to herself. All right, so the big women are on the track. They're getting ready to start. They got pulled back. Let me just go run through who is in this race. All right, so we have, okay, Maloney, we have Jasmine Frey, we have Adele Tracy, we have Kristen Gordon Powell, we have Natalia Gould, we have Kellyanne Beckford, we have Kayla Johnson, we have Michelle Williams, Michaela, Lewis, we have Simoya Campbell Johnson, we have Jessica McLean, and we have Samantha James. All right, and the race is off. Let's see if Natoya can pull a few of these girls to go much faster. Yeah, no, I haven't forgotten that Johan is the second fastest man ever over both events. So I was saying earlier, I don't know if you caught the first part of the stream where I was saying since he was able to get back down to a 9.85, hope a 19.64 doesn't necessarily seem a 9.6, sorry, doesn't seem that far off. So it's a possibility. Remember, that's 9.85. He can get close to it. So let's see. What did he run in the Olympics in 2012? That was 9.75. And then in the finals, I don't remember what he ran in the finals of the 200 meters, to be honest. But let me just pull that up really quickly and see. Somehow I'm not getting any times for Johan just yet. Okay, so Johan ran 1944 in 2012. So what does that mean if he's running a 985? No, it means he can get down to a 196. Is it far fetched? Am I dreaming too much? All right, Natalia Gould is leading the field. She pulls Kristen Gordon with her. Oh wow, Kristen, go girl! Kristen wins the 800 meters. That's amazing. She's putting in the work and she's getting the results. Absolutely fantastic. I'm waiting to see the results come up on the screen with the times. Let me just double check the qualifying standard for the women's 800 meters. That's 1 minute 59:50. Maybe I missed when they put it up on the screen, but that's 1 minute 59:50. So hopefully she was able to get that time, and she will make it to the world champion. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, she was just outside of 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, 2 minutes.35. That is pretty close. That's pretty close. Wow. Yep. Chrisanne really coming out and doing the business. Natalia Gould finishing second in that race. It's a good look. Natalia Gould has been what I would consider okay. So the rain is coming down, and I'm just gonna close the window so that the rain doesn't come in. One moment, please. Track is. All right, Chuckies, I'm back, and guess who is on the track? Navaski Anderson. Let's see if he can pull some of these guys to run a fantastic time. And as again, if even if it's not the qualifying standard, as I said, because it's pretty tough, that qualifying standard is pretty tough. Hopefully, they can get personal bests. So let's see. I checked the official website, and it said 1 minute 59. So I'm not sure if they changed it or something, but that's what it's saying for the qualifying standard. That's for the women. 1 minute 59:50. Meaning the world championship 100 meters. I'm not sure what you're asking, Michelle. What that means for the girls? Please clarify that, King Kevon TV. Navaski Anderson is leading. I saw a photo with him when he used to go to San Diego. He was so little and itty bitty. He has really grown. All right, so we have final time. Navaski stretching the field. Farquharson in second. Roden in third. They're both running. They're all running hard. All right, so it's gonna be a time that's outside 148. The rain is falling, guys. I did say that it will be a struggle for the athletes in this weather, and I'm sure Navaski would have loved to go much faster, and all the other athletes in the race would have loved to go much faster. But again, the weather is it's raining, and it's a part of the game. These things will happen from time to time. It's so wet that there are big puddles right at the 100 meters start line. There's a big puddle there. That's how heavy it's raining right now. I'm really worried about the 100-meter hurdles coming up, and the 110-meter hurdles coming up. The flat races, the girls just have to manage and make sure they get to the line safely. But for the hurdles, I'm really worried about them, and I hope that everything goes according to plan. I hear Bruce confirming how bad the conditions are right now. So I mean, it is what it is, and Navaski has already qualified. We're really happy and we're really grateful about that. He has a qualifying standard, so we really look forward to seeing him wave that flag for Jamaica. And the other guys, they're coming up. They will get another opportunity to represent the country. Are the girls going to the World Championship? Yes. The By girls, you mean under 20, or are you making reference to the seniors? So once you qualify, meaning one, two, three, you make the team to the World Championship. But there's also a standard that has to be made in each event. So even though you finish one, two, three, if you do not meet the standard, then you don't make the team. As it relates to our sprints, we don't worry about that. All of the girls have made the standards, but sometimes in the longer distance races or the field events, then that's where the question mark as it relates to qualifying standard really comes in sometimes. But yeah, the girls, yeah, so they go to the World Championship. So whoever finishes one, two, three goes to the World Championships. And if we have a defending champion in an event, so let's say, for instance, the 100 meters women, Shelly and Fraser Price is a defending champion, she gets to buy, which means that she gets an automatic spot. She doesn't have to qualify. So Jamaica gets an additional three. So we send four in that particular event. But that's only if you have a defending champion, or if you are a Diamond League champion, you will get a buy as well. The trick about the buy for the Diamond League champion is that if you already have the defending champion in the event, then that becomes nullified because you can only get one buy per event. So again, I'm going to use the 100 meters as an example. Elaine Thompson last year won the 100-meter Diamond League title, getting herself a bye to the World Championship. But because Shelley and Fraser Price is the defending champion, that bye that she got at the Diamond League becomes nullified because, again, the World Championship, as it relates to Jamaica's standards, it supersedes the Diamond League bye. But yeah, really not good conditions happening here tonight. Um, I was really expecting a really, really good Sunday. I mean, it's raining here. What did I expect? But it's Manchester, so it for me, rain is nothing new. But yeah, it's really raining at the stadium right now, and all we can hope for right now is just that our athletes finish the races healthy. That's the hope. All right, so next on the track is right. So coming up next, let me just check the time. So coming up next would be the 400 meters finals. That's for both juniors and seniors. And the first event kicks off at 5:25, which is a minute from now. So they should already be on the track. I'm not seeing them on the track just yet. Maybe there will be a delay. This can also happen if it's raining too hard, then they can delay the events can be delayed a bit. Hopefully not. We're still seeing the triple jump athletes on the track, so hopefully the other athletes will be able to get out and run. But I'm not sure at this point. Let me just take this time to tell all of our subscribers, thank you so much, or all of viewers, thank you so much for joining. Also, if you have the chance, please head on over to TXT Shop Time 2.0 and hit the subscribe button. I've pinned it in the comment section, so please take this time to hit that subscribe button. My prediction for the 400, it is so hard. Based on what I saw yesterday, I'm gonna go with it can, guys, it can only be three. So don't knock me if I don't choose a fave of yours. I'm gonna go with, even though Stephanie finished second, I'm gonna give Stephanie, I'm gonna go with, oh my god, the girls are really, really, really good. Mm. And I just have to remind you guys that both Stephanie and Candice McLeod made it to the Olympic finals last year. But Cherokee Young has been looking really, really good. She came second in the NCAA final, looking absolutely fantastic. Oh wow! Did she come second or did Stacy come second? Forgive me if I'm mixing them up, but they both look really good. I'm gonna go with not in this order, not in this order. So I'm gonna go with Stephanie, Stephanie. I can't choose. All right, so Stephanie, Cherokee, Candice. Don't kill me. We can only choose three. So I'm gonna go with Stephanie, Cherokee, Candice. I know that Stacy looks absolutely fantastic. There are only three spots. It's really, really close and really, really tight. But again, anybody that qualifies for me, I'm supporting and I'll be happy. And I can't wait to see them rep the black, green, and gold. For the men, it's even worse. They're so close right now that I can't even tell. I mean, what have we been seeing from Anthony Cox? He's been running personal best after personal best, and I mean, you can't knock somebody that looks like they're on the bubble of doing something fantastic. Javon Powell, like as I did say, already has a qualifying standard. He looks like he will take the event, but as it relates to 2-3, I can't say. It could be Nathan Allen. It could be Anthony Cox. It could be Javon Francis. I could be Akeem. And oh yeah, and Gregory Prince as well. Gregory Prince is also looking fantastic. Oh, Javon Powell. Maybe that's the only person I can call, Javon Powell. The others will just have to fight tooth and nail, and everybody's going to be fighting, obviously, but I can't pick a three out of this list. So what do we have here? The girls under 20 400-meter finals is off. They're coming up on the final 200 meters. Ricky and Russell, they're looking good. Anika Brissett is leading. Ricky and Russell is having a race of her season. Oh, but here comes a high athlete closing. But Ricky and Russell will take it. Wow. Let's see the time. Ricky and Russell has been doing well from class 4 days. Girls have class 4, right? So yeah, she's been doing well from class 4 days at Champs. Hasn't really looked the part since stepping into class 1, but she pulled out a really, really big race today, and that's what you need. When championship times come around, the big performers will perform big. And remember as well that a lot of these athletes, most if not all of our junior athletes that's under 20, had to be doing exams as well for to take themselves further. So I mean, they've had a lot. to go through to take things to the next level. Welcome, Tam. She's here now, finally. I can give my mouth a break.
I am
I'm here. I'm
so
getting feedback. Your thing is coming through.
I'm so out of touch. I can see that the juniors just finished the 400 meters.
Okay. No, I'm still hearing myself. Mute. If you have the stream up, you're gonna have to mute it.
I don't have the stream up. It's
The headset.
mhm.
All right. I don't know. I don't know. Check is let us know in the comment section if you're getting a feedback. Maybe it's only me getting the feedback. Yeah, I mean, I tried. Like, oh, sometimes you wish everybody can qualify, but everybody can't. But our girls and our men are, well, not the men, but the girls have been looking so good this year that it's really hard to quote unquote have a favorite. And I don't have a favorite in the women's 400 meters because it's such a grueling event, and I can just imagine the training. I always hear athletes say, when people ask who is doing the sprints, you see a big group, and who is doing the longer distances, 400 up, you see a really small group because everybody's running away from the training. So I can just imagine the grueling work that they have to put in to get to this level. And I wish we could take all four as you know for individual spots. That is, they will get a spot on the relay, but not individually. Obviously one won't make it. I wish we could, but we can't. As it relates to the men, they need to step it up. I know I did say in the beginning of the stream, a lot of them are coming back from injuries, and I do understand that. But again, the reality is there's a standard that has to be met, and they have to step it up if they want to make it to the world championships. Tom, what's your take on? I don't want to beat a dead horse again, but since I was talking about it earlier, Sha'Carri not making it to the finals of the 200 meters. Shocked, surprised, or you expected it?
Yes, expected. Again, we haven't seen Sha'Carri perform well ever, really. In my mind, I don't want to say ever really, but the times that
Oh no, she has talent, Tom. Don't be
no.
mean.
I'm saying the moments when Sha'Carri has produced quality times have usually been one-off races outside of competition. I would say the best that we saw of Sha'Carri as far as consistency goes would have been at the US trials last year when she successfully made it through.
She had a good run last year,
Right,
actually.
right. So she made it through all the rounds on top.
Yeah.
And then was of course later disqualified because of that the marijuana masking agent found in her system. So this year I would
You are a mess.
this year I would expect that she would ensure that there's no marijuana, nothing, no substance in her system, and we can see that reflected. I want to get into Gabby Thomas for a second. You're speaking about Sha'Carri, that's a dead horse. I want to get into Gabby and that struggle fourth place in her.
No, she had an hamstring injury. So she's coming back from that. So it's expected. It's really tough seeing an Olympic bronze medalist not make it, but that's how tough the American trials is in the 200 meters for the women. And if you're not on your A game, then you will get knocked out. And that's pretty much what we saw. I feel it for her, but other girls are, waiting at a chance to make their team. So you can't really dwell, or at least for me, you can't really dwell on who didn't make it, because everybody's pretty much putting in the same work or more to get to the level where they can represent their country and don their colors proudly. So 3 girls made it. I'm not mad at it. It's a good look.
I'm happy to see Tamara Clark finally. Did she made it to the finals? Did the finals run already?
The finals is gone already.
And who
the finals is gone already. So the young girl from young white chick. I'm not sure if she's white. I don't want to sound racist. Oh my lord. But yeah, she won. Abby
Abby
Steiner,
Steiner.
and then Tamara Clark came second, and Jenna Prandini third. So it would have been 21:77, a new world lead, obviously a new personal best. Tamara Clark 21:92, and Jenna Prandini 22:01.
Overall, I'm happy to see Tamara Clark in. She has been, trying for a while, and it's nice to see her on her first national team.
All right, so the senior boys is on. I love how, or Tom, you have to shout out your Manchester High athletes. That's what you love to do. Shamar Parma from Manchester High. He's been looking good all season and continue to look good. I have him taking this, but let's see what's going on with.
He hasn't gotten into his running yet.
From case, okay. Well, okay, Shamar Yusa looks like he's onto an amazing personal best. Oh, wow.
Shamar Utah from Kingston College literally demolishes this field.
He demolished that field. Yes, he did. The reason I didn't call him because he looks like he picked up an injury.
Geez, back to the U.S. trials. Jenna Prandini just knows how to make teams, doesn't she? She always seems to be ready at the right moment. So yes, track is with Joe. On the track we have Shamar Utah of Kingston College winning the junior race. Very well done. 4609.
Sorry about that. Yeah, what were you saying?
Right now, I went back to Shamar Utah. 4609. He's off to Texas Tech for college. The school where. Let us see who's going there now. Or 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah. His name is slipping me right now. Also transferred from Jago to Kingston College, and then he's know what he was expected to be here, but he picked up an injury, and so he's pretty much out for the rest of the season. But yeah, we have quite a few athletes at Texas Tech that are looking really, really good. We have one right now that's here, Demisha Roswell, sorry, in the 100-meter hurdles. So she looking really, really good. So let's see. Lincoln, I don't agree. I just think she's focusing on too much or gets distracted too easily.
Okay, the big girls. The 400 meters.
Let me just give a run through of the start list. All right, so in lane 1, we have Cheyenne Salmon. In lane 2, we have Tiffany James Ross. In lane 3, Stacey Ann Williams. Lane 4, Cherokee Young. Lane 5, Candice McLeod. Lane 6, Stephanie Ann McPherson. Lane 7, Janelle Broomfield. Lane 8, Renisha McGregor. Tom, I was asked earlier to pick 3. Pick 3.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick my 3.
Okay.
So I'm not counting out Candice McLeod. She's in. I'm not counting on Stephanie Ann McPherson. She can pull it together and win one of the collegians. So it comes down to Cherokee Young and Stacey Ann Williams.
And which one did you choose? Which one did you choose?
For this time, I'm going to go with Cherokee. She looked better at the NCAA finals and she looked better last night.
I picked her as well. That's the same 3 I picked. So let's see.
Yes.
So King Von TV, bring down the time down to 49.86. This reminds me of when I hear the commentator saying like he threw 50 point whatever meters, and I'm like, really? Can you pinpoint that? Yeah, that's the 3 we have as well. It doesn't matter the order, but that's the 3 we have. But Stacey is really good as well. So if she makes it in,
It's all fair game.
And also, we have a solid relay squad. I was mentioning that last
Yes.
night. Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
our relay team looks so good. Our 4x4 relay team.
Still not gonna really hold a candle to USA because we still have Sydney McLaughlin out here breaking world records like it's nothing. We still have Dalila Mohammed. We still have, I think, Mo. I mean, oh,
Cuba Synergy has the same bet as well. McPherson, Cherokee, and
is that the
McLeod.
order?
I want to say that Stephanie and looked like when she was running last night, she looked like she had a lot in reserve.
Yeah, she did. She did. She
Yes.
did. Cherokee wanted to win. Stephanie was just okay with qualifying. Hi,
Hi,
Dennis.
Dennis.
What's up? We're enjoying the track and field. I hope you're eating a
Great
Sunday dinner
weather on the way
already.
right now.
Who ate them
Doing
Sunday dinner
tender
already?
vlogs.
Tommy, eat your Sunday dinner already?
I had my Sunday dinner already. Packed up the Sunday Monday for work tomorrow.
They're off. Candice McLeod looking really, really good. And
Candy's looking good. Cherokee kind of looking out of it for now.
okay, let's see. Where is Stephanie? I'm not seeing Stephanie. Oh
No,
yeah,
Stephanie's
Stephanie's
right
right
there beside
there.
Candice.
Oh, right there. At her, no,
Oh,
they're shoulder
Cherokee's
to
coming if
shoulder.
you're running.
They're shoulder to shoulder. Okay. Well, they'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. The three we picked, and Stacy coming fourth. It was a fantastic race, guys, and the weather is bad, so don't think about the times too much. It's really, really bad right now. I'm sure they're probably a little bit cold, not ideal weather for them, but
Yeah. Yes, it's still a little, the track still looks a little bit wet. L Pro Max 729. Uh, I will say that Candice led from the start of this race to
she
the end.
did.
She commanded this race. She was well in control of herself. She knew where she was and where the other athletes were. She did exactly what she needed to do. She pretty much got up on Stephanie and McPherson's shoulder, run up very quickly, and commanded the race from there.
Yeah, because she left Cherokee and Stacy. You could
Then,
see the stagger. There was a big gap on the stagger. You could tell how much she had
very
pulled away from them.
yes, Daniel Leon Cherokee usually saves it for late, but I want to see, this season I want to see Cherokee going pro and getting the proper development to fix her race so that she can run a more even 400 meters because the talent is definitely there.
It's so tricky with the 400 meters. For me, running a great 400 meters or becoming a great 400-meter athlete is like it's like something innate for me. It's like it doesn't matter how much you train sometimes. You won't beat a Shawnee Miller Weebo or a Stephen Gardner, that kind of thing. So I feel like sometimes like of the 400-meter for me, so it looks kind of innate. Like you either have it or you don't. So I'm hoping that these athletes have it to take it to the senior level.
Okay, Dennis, the championships are closing with the 200 meters, so no, it has not come yet. They will be the last race of these championships. Okay, so we have the 400 meters. This now is also, is this going to be a tough call?
It is very much so. But the biggest challenge for these men is whoever makes top three has to get the qualifying standard.
I don't know. Yes, I think Christopher Taylor already ran the qualifying standard. If I'm
No,
not
I was
mistaken.
saying to you yesterday that it carries over from last year because he's still within the year from the Olympics. So he still
Right.
has his. But it doesn't matter. Let's say he doesn't finish in top three. Whoever finishes in that top three has to get the standard. That's the point. So
Right.
you,
Or
he
Christopher
can't sit
Taylor.
down and wait for, oh, they may not get the standard. You never know.
Right. But he looked, yeah, because he looked pretty
No, he had to run back. I didn't like his running. I didn't like what he
yesterday
did
at
at all.
all.
I didn't
Out
like
of
it.
touch with whatever his race strategy was.
I didn't like that strategy. He was way, way back and then had to kill self come. I am like, no, that's not the
Like
way
I
to
see
run
some
this race.
daydreaming there.
But let's see. He may run it a bit different today. I'm not really sure what's going on with that race strategy, but so we have the fastest Jamaican, Devon Powell. I have him taking it, but as it relates to the other two, I did not call them. So I was asked earlier, and I said I'm gonna call only Devon Powell. I can't call anybody else. Gosh, why are so many of these things popping up?
I'm so happy to see Javon Francis back and into a finals.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him back as well. He's dynamite with a baton, so all the
Christopher
more
Taylor got
power
the
to
worst
him.
lane possible. He's running out of lane one.
He
That's
has
what we know.
you can win a race out of any lane.
I know, but it's tied for 400 meters. Like, I mean, if you had ended up in lane 8 or 9, that would have been better to lane
The
one.
American 4x1 team, and that is going much faster than a 400 meters, ran close to the world record, the second fastest time ever in the 4x1 from lane 1. And let's not forget that the world record for the 400 meters was broken in lane 8.
All right, guys. Track is the race is about to start. So the target is 44.90, which is the World Championships qualifying standard. That's what our guys will have to be shooting for.
Anthony Cox, I told you all about him.
These times look like the World Championship qualifying standards. Bring up some
Is it
time.
45? Is it 45? It's 45.
45?
Yes. Not 44, 45.
I thought it's flash time. I saw 44. Okay.
Yes, Chrome Dog. I do agree it is harder, but again, once you have a lane in the final, you just run. That's just how I look at it. You just run.
So where does this leave things? Because the deadline to qualify to make the qualifying standard is all it's up.
Yeah, I think I was hearing yesterday that it's today.
Yes, today is the deadline. So it could
Then
be
I guess Christopher Taylor takes
right.
a spot, and Christopher
There's
Taylor.
right,
I don't remember. I don't know what Akeem Bloomfield and Nathan did last year. I don't think Akeem did anything last year, but maybe Nathan at a time. I'm not sure. But they'll have to hopefully hope they had something good last year. And by last year, I mean if they made it to the Olympics, that's the only time they can take. What Bruce is saying that Jamaica will only have 2, which is Powell and Christopher Taylor. You hear? Yeah. That's the thing. The challenge is the qualifying standard. It's really rough. And if today is really the end date, let me see if I can
Yes,
find.
today is because I was researching it on Friday night, and it was like 28 hours to go at that
Yeah, because
point. So on
I did
something.
hear I did check it out as well, and I heard that it was today, and I was like, what?
So track is what we're speaking about is that athletes, even if they don't make the qualifying standard, usually they have like a time afterwards to do
Like a couple weeks
a couple
maybe.
weeks. Well, there's no more time. I do believe that today is the deadline to meet that World Championships qualifying standard. So really, this meet was the last opportunity.
Yeah, and it's understandable as well because remember, the World Championship is the what less than 3 weeks away, so there really is no time. Usually, there's time to maybe get one more meeting, and then you head off to the World Championship. But there's no such thing. It's just go 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 from here. The times, yes, Raj, the times are not good. But as I was saying from early on the stream, most of the guys here are just coming back from an injury or something else that they suffered this season. And we know Akeem Bloomfields lost his mother and then he struggled with injuries. So, I mean, a lot of these guys are just coming back. So we have to give them some time to get back into the 44s. These are guys that have run this time already and they can do it again, but we have to give them some time.
Okay, so we just had Navaski Anderson on screen, giving his post race interview, and he said that today his focus was just not so much so on time, but on winning and just getting that national title. And it comes back to what T and myself said when he went into the NCAA championships. His one goal needed to be making that World Championships qualifying standard, and that's exactly what he did, finishing second at the NCAA championships in the 800 meters, breaking the national record and making that World Championships qualifying standard. He used the competitive nature of that environment to make it book the trip to the World Championships. And you can see here in Jamaica the lack of competition in the 800 meters. It would have been hard for him to push himself and press along. And I'm so happy that he took the opportunity to get the qualifying standard then, because we can see what would have happened if he had waited until
Right.
the
There's a
last
point
one.
that I wanted to make, touching off what you're saying as well, because remember, we had a discussion, I think, on the earlier stream about who goes for it before versus waiting until last minute. Sometimes waiting until last minute doesn't really help you, because when you get to this point and whatever hiccup happens and you don't make the time, then what happens then? So it's always good to have it before, and that's what Navaski did. He made sure he went out and got it, so there'd be no questions asked when he lines up for this final.
Yes, King Kevon, I assume you're speaking about the 4x4 for females, and we do have an excellent team.
All right, so guys, next up on the track is the hurdles. We're gonna start with the under 20 girls, then we're gonna go to the senior women. Reason being because they shift the hurdles up each level, and both the male events are higher than the female events. So they start with the under 20 girls, then go to the senior women, then the under 20 boys, then the senior men. But remember, I said in the stream, it's raining, it's gonna be tough. I want that's a healthy race. At first, I was saying record, Brittany Anderson. Now I'm saying healthy, finish race, clear hurdles. That's just my thought process right now. Just finish the race, please, guys. Focus on your lane and clear those hurdles. That's it.
Look at Megan out there doing some warm up hurdles.
No,
Game
Megan turned
face
up for
on.
sure. Megan turned
Megan,
up for sure.
Megan's face goes from smiley happy to
To
fierce.
serious. To
Like,
like, she's like
yes.
in it.
She's like, okay then, like game face on. Look at Brittany Anderson doing
Brittany's
some
on the
warm ups there.
screen. Wow. But where am I not seeing the juniors?
They can't be next because they would have already measured the height if they're out here jumping. So this has to be the senior female height.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, why am I not seeing the juniors?
I can't say what's happening there, but it looks like it's the senior ladies up now. Or at least they put up the hurdle heights for them to do some practice jumps. I can't even imagine.
Maybe they're just gonna run them straight back to back without giving them a chance. So they're just giving them a run up through now. I am not sure. All right, so we're hearing that there's an additional way that you can also make the team. I was unsure of this one, that you have to be a part of the world rankings. So if Nathan Allen is a part of the world rankings, then he will get a spot on the team. That is new for me.
In the past, I was hearing that, like, for example, they want to take the top 32 in the world or something. So if you fall in that top, you make it by ranking, providing that you don't make a national championships and nobody else does. So
right.
If the top 3 finish with the world championships qualified,
so the ranker person doesn't go. Right.
They're just out, right? But in the event that you're the top 3 do not make the standard and you're ranked.
So it's pretty much to make sure that the numbers are the correct numbers once they get to the championships.
So that's a lot of track is the ones that do math. That's a lot of permutations and combinations. My sister, she's a high school math teacher, so she would be able to draw a Venn diagram and say, okay, so if this is equal to that, that is equal to that, and we have that. So yes, so Nathan Allen might be in by the skin of his teeth.
Might be, hopefully.
We need to invite my sister on the stream so she can do.
Who said that? One moment. What is he saying? Who came out and said, "Why would I want to run for this country"?
I can't imagine. I mean, this is.
Wow. No, they're the girls. The girls are there. The under 20 girls are there.
Yeah, they're there now.
All right, so let me just run over. Let me just run over the start list real quick before we take that question. All right, so the start list for the girls, 100-meter hurdles final. We have SS Burbridge, sorry. So that's SS Burbridge in lane 2 from Immaculate, Kerika Hill from Hydel, Onika Wilson from Hydel, Alexis James from Petersfield, Sha'Carri Hewlett from St. Catherine, Alexis Austin from Glengoff, and Shania Myers from Hydel. So Hydel is 3 strong in this field. I am expecting Kerika Hill and Alexis James. However, we have seen where Kerika Hill was beat out in the under 20 trials for the what's that game that just paused for the juniors again? The Caribbean one? Carifta Games, right? So for the Carifta game, she was beat out. So you never know. It's the hurdles, but I'm thinking Kerika Hill and Alexis James. Remember, only 2 get a spot.
Yes.
Christopher Taylor hasn't run any 44s this year, and by this year it means 2022. However, the track year is still in progress. It goes from last year, come over. So he's still within the track year, and he ran 44 last year.
And those 44s from last year
during the Olympics
allowed him to make the World Championships qualifying standard. And thus, even though he finished 6th in this race, I believe he finished 6th.
6th, yeah.
My eyes saw, right? He finished 6th. So he seems to be on Team Jamaica for now.
Yeah.
I mean, he is for sure.
No, he definitely is, because there's no more time. to qualify. Again, usually there are some meets that you can get to if the times is still allowable. There is no more time. There's a cutoff time to when you can qualify for the World Championship. There is no more time. So whoever makes it today makes it today. If you don't make it, that's it. All right, so I just hope that the athletes that are leading the charts will just remain focused and get that spot. And let's see. He got injured in the world indoors. Was it semifinal? The semifinal. I did go through this yesterday, not yesterday, the stream on Friday, that I do not like Jamaicans that have trained locally to take on the 400 meters indoors, because you go twice around the track and then there's a dip and then there's a go up like you're going around. So it's not like a flat track that you go around outdoors. So it's more technical. And if you don't know what to do, you tend to trip and fall, and a lot of athletes get injured on that track. So there, in the indoors, there was something going on with another athlete and him when he crossed over, and I think that's what caused the injury. And coming into the outdoors, he's been taking his time to get back, and that's why you see his progression a bit slower. Why is Javon Paul coming out here and making me cry? Javon said he's doing this for a purpose. He's doing this for his mother that passed away, to make her proud.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Javon Powell's has been super consistent this season, and he's one more of those athletes that I expect once they get into the World Championships on the Eugene tracks, they're just gonna unleash. I expect him to make the finals. I'm expecting something special from him. He's someone who will try. From time to time, one of those
It's
athletes
called
that try.
hunger. Hunger.
Well, like the Donkey Mans, those ones that, even the Chris Taylors, they're going to put at the oblique civils, they're going to put everything they have, even when the rest of the world looks better than them. They're going to work so hard to make it into the finals. Okay, so we have Kerry Cahill on screen. Well, he has that seven before the thing gets underway. Well, Christopher Taylor did make it to the Olympics, and he did finish seventh,
Sixth.
Sixth at the Olympics. Yes, he finished sixth at the Olympics. So
In the finals.
in the finals, so sixth place. That's one step better than just being a high school athlete. He made the Team Jamaica. He went to the Olympics, and he finished sixth in the world at the Olympics, at championships that's held once every 4 years. So athletes have a lot of time to prepare themselves. So that's an outstanding performance, if I say so, if I must say so. So I think he's definitely, you can't compare an Olympian, an Olympic finalist to a mere excellent high school standouts.
Well, for me, Gary Rock, I don't know how soon you are when you join the stream, but you would have heard me say I believe that there's some people that are just 400-meter runners, like it's something that is innate with them. And we did a video earlier on in the year, and I did say that I don't believe Christopher Taylor is a 400-meter runner, like in his heart, in his bones. Like, I think he's more of a sprinter. And for me, when he ran that 10, what was it, 10-11, I said Christopher Taylor needs to start running the sprints, whether it's 100 and 200, because the people that you see glide over the track effortlessly, that's not a Christopher Taylor. And it's the same thing for Akeem Bloomfield. I have the same thought with
Juniors
him.
are in
I
the
think he
blocks.
needs to run.
Let's cut and get back to them. Get
All
back
right.
to that point.
Okay, focus on your focus. Kerika Hill. Teens distance flats.
Wow.
Okay. Kerika Hill takes it from
Make sure
Alexis
with the
James.
flats.
The two I was expecting. 1298. 1298. She's the fastest in the
1298
world.
Jackies.
So Kerika makes the team. You guys would have known she entered the 100 meter, didn't qualify for that because Tina Clayton took it, win a new Jamaican under 20 record, and then Serena Cole finished second. She came over in her pet event, the hurdles, and made the team, becoming the fastest in the world right now. Yes, Dennis, back to what I was saying, the point before. So, right, I just don't believe some athletes are 400-meter sprinters. 400 meter, I guess you call it a race, right? So, I don't think so. I think Nathan Allen is a born 400-meter sprinter. I don't think so for Akeem Bloomfield, and I don't think so for Christopher Taylor. I think they're more short, the short sprinter types. But again, we do know that they struggle with injury. So, that's the concern I guess a lot of fans have with them running the shorter sprints. But when I see them run, I don't see them as a 400-meter runners. I see them as a shorter sprinters, meaning the 200 and the 100. Let's see if they have indicated that they want to take it up in the future. Let's see if they do. But again, the kind of effortless running like what that I see with Nathan Allen, and even if you look at some of the other world class 400-meter runners, that's how you run a 400 meters. I don't see that from them. Look at Sydney McLaughlin over the 400-meter hurdles. She's going over the hurdles in 51, 41:41. That's some people are not even going that fast over the 400-meter flat. But when she's doing it, she looks so effortless. You can tell that this event was meant for her, right? And I just feel like that's the kind of look and feel like something I feel within my bones when I look at some athletes to say whether or not you are a 400-meter runner or a sprinter.
So I just wanted to take a second before we get to the seniors and marinate for a second in Kerika Hills 12
Yeah.
that she just ran. That is something special. You know, she's still under 18. She would have been competing in the under 18 championships had there been hosting an under 18 competition this year.
This year, yes.
So that is why we're seeing her competing with the
Big
bigger girls.
Mhm,
And
under
doing
20.
so by the under 20 and doing so well, like stamping her class, winning ahead of Alexis James. That was an excellent run. 12,
It was.
12
It
9,
was.
8 for an under 18 athlete.
We have been hearing the coach say that she's, going to be doing big things this year. And each time she's run, we have definitely seen that. So I'm not surprised. And again, I love seeing athletes with legs. Like when I look at the Kerika Hill, all I see is legs. And it just makes me think they can do so much in whatever event they're doing.
Right, and let's not forget about her 11:16 at champs. So we can see, while sometimes we're more focused on the more senior juniors, if that is a thing. Kerika.
All right, a quick pause there, Tom. Let me just jump over to the 100-meter hurdles for the women. The big women are on the track. Let me just run through the list here. We have in lane 1, Rosalie Cooper, and she's from Mississippi State University. We have in 2, Trishana Hemmings. She's from Clemson. We have Danielle Williams. I'm not sure what track club that is. Lane 4, Brittany Anderson, Tumbleweed, Megan Tapper, Puma, Demisha Powell, Texas Tech, Crystal Morris, Legacy Athletics, and Sherman Williams. That is Danielle Williams' sister. She's unattached. Big race coming up. My 3 is what's my 3? Brittany, from Daniel from Megan. That's my 3. Let's see. In that order. That's why I said it that way.
Okay. My 3, Brittany, Megan, Danielle. In that order. Then Misha Roswell can run Danielle out. When it comes to like these type of competitions, the national championships, when it really counts, Danielle seems to be the one with the biggest,
Pressure?
stumbling block, like something. I don't know whether she gets like, like she gets tight. She definitely has the
Look
talent.
here.
They say she is the
Look
national record
here.
holder with that.
Rain a fall, breeze a blow. Daniel better focus on her lane and clean them hurdles there. That's all me I say.
And look at little Megan somehow managing to make. If Megan makes this team, that's the fifth
straight.
Fifth in straight national championships team.
King Kevon TV says Daniel will win. Let's see.
Oh, dog. He says Daniel Williams. I take it. Okay. I've been waiting to see Daniel back on the international track wearing the Jamaican colors for a while.
Remember, Danielle is a world champion from 2015, guys. So she knows what takes to get there, and she knows what it feels like to win. And she's hungry. She was very disappointed last year. So let's see. All right, they're getting to the start blocks. Megan, she's so focused.
Oh my gosh. That's Megan before every race, like.
Yeah. But no. I don't care. It is the hurdles. Everybody needs to just be dancing on their lane. No look on nobody. I don't care. Just run your own race.
Expect something special.
Oh God, why? Don't tell me the same drama from yesterday. They're not hearing.
No, Danielle put up her hand.
I know, but maybe she wasn't hearing why she put up her hand.
I don't know. That was kind of late. She saved it until set. She looked like she stumbled out of her box to me.
Oh.
I don't think
you see, Bruce is saying
that.
Problem. You see, they're not hearing it. That's what they're saying. They're not hearing the sets. Oh my God. Not today. We did it in the 100. We had it at the start of Elaine's 200 as well. Not today, people. It rain or fall. Your call, Tom. Your call.
I called the 3 in that order.
Your call.
Well deserved, Brittany. Honestly, it would have taken a lot for Megan to win her, but the only person who could have won under such pressure would have been Brittany.
I'm glad she had a clean race. I'm so glad she had a clean race.
And Megan had a beautiful race as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why Danielle...
No, I wasn't concerned about Megan and her race. I knew she was going to have a good race. I was concerned about Brittany and having a clean race.
I'm not sure which section of the race how Danielle made Brittany.
Oh my God, Brittany was out last. What? That's a bad start.
Yes. This is the worst start I've seen from her.
She fought for that man. I love the fight.
Megan's last few strides coming off that last hurdle, I think she stumbled a bit, and that's how Brittany got the edge.
Let me see. No, the momentum was taking her there. She was gonna pass her. It's the same thing I said about the race about
this hurdle.
But it's momentum time. Her momentum was taking her past her. So even if she didn't stumble, she would have passed her.
It wasn't so much of a stumble, but her steps. You're talking about strides that look like this versus strides like this. But very
Daniel,
good
you're
medal.
late. You're late. Topper Williams, Texas Tech lady. You're late, man. Brittany took it. Megan second, and Daniel Williams third. It's 12:53, 12:60,
Then Misha fourth,
12:66.
for what it's worth.
Oh, what
Daniel,
was our time?
12:08 something, 12:88, I believe, or something like that.
Wow.
Ladies, well, we sent the three big dogs, the ones that we believed would make it. You
I'm glad they had a
want
safe
to
race. I'm glad. And guys, don't look at the time. Remember, it's been raining. The track is wet. They're very tentative to clear the hurdles safely. I believe that's why the times are like that, because they would have been faster if it was a bit warmer and things weren't as bad in the stadium right now. But still,
Brittany,
they qualified.
Brittany Anderson got left in the blocks
She
and
got
she
left.
stopped her class, tracking down the world champion, the Olympic bronze medalist.
She said, "No, this
Yes.
is my race. I'm coming to get it. I'm in personal best shape. It's mine." And she
The
went for
writing
it and
has
she
been
took
on the
it.
wall all year. Expect
Yeah.
something special from Brittany Anderson. I am expecting going into the World Championships that Brittany Anderson will be the biggest threat to Yasmin Camacho Quinn.
Yeah, if
heard
it
this
didn't
year?
start to rain, I was expecting a personal best. If it didn't have that horrible weather, I thought she would have come out and given us a personal best. But there's still time. We're going to Eugene, guys. You know how I feel about Eugene and them fast track. It's coming. It's coming for Brittany.
On the US side of things, I believe in their finals. The Kenny run 12:26. She could have. There were some pretty fast times, but again, that's Eugene. The times are
As in the trials? In the trials?
In the finals, right?
No, no, no. 12-3.
Was
It was
12-3?
12-3. I think it was 12-3, 4 to
12-3.
12-3.
Yeah, 12-3-4, right.
Or 12-3 something. Let me double check.
12-3-4, right. But that was a very good time, though. And everyone in that race, the top three ran 12-3s, I believe. It was a good race.
It was a very good race because they were separated by 1/100 of a second, first and second.
So, but when you compare that with the Jamaican ladies, my takeaway is we ran on a wet track, obviously a much slower track. Let me hear what Brittany has to say.
King Von TV says that Omar McLeod will win the 110-meter hurdles. Not with how Hansel looks. Hansel start is fixed. Hansel looks like he is the deadliest person going into Eugene. Everybody's not looking at him. Hansel usually has to come from behind to win. His start is fixed. He's there when he gets up at the blocks with everybody else. It means that he will be going away. Expect fantastic things from him. I expect Omar to make the team, but I don't expect him to beat out Hands of Parchment. But a quick update before we get into the details of that. Over on the American side of things, Daniel Roberts wins the 110-meter hurdles in 13:03. Trey Cunningham, 13:08 for second, and Devon Allen, 13:09 for
Grant
third.
Holloway has the bye.
Yeah, he has the bye. He didn't start. He didn't start.
I almost flipped.
He didn't start. But yeah, that's what's happening over on the American side. But on the Jamaican side,
let's think about if I can have one quick word before we get started. The one time I saw Omar race against Hansel Parchment this season back in Puerto Rico, he could have won, but you can still see that there is something there. He has a talent. He's a national record holder, 12.90. However,
Olympic champion, world champion, world indoor champion, everything.
All of those and more. T is right, but sometimes it's belief. You have to believe that you can do it. And that one race where Hansel won Omar back in Puerto Rico, it was the belief that Hansel had that he was gonna win, carried him across the line in front of Omar McLeod. My
Yeah.
pick is Omar is again, and Omar McLeod is formerly of Manchester High like myself, so I'm rooting for him. But I have to give Hansel the win for this one. Hansel to Omar to I don't know. Should I say Rashid Broadbell? Should I say Orlando Bennett? Orlando Bennett looked so good last night. And remember, he was at the 2019 World Championships. He made it to the semifinals.
Yep.
Orlando looked good to you. Who's your third place?
All right, let me tell you my order. Let me tell you my order. My order is Hansel, Orlando, Omar.
What is it?
Hansel, Orlando, Omar.
So Rashid is out.
I don't know if he hasn't recovered completely from his injury. I don't know if it's a switch in the training methods or training camp. But the Rashid I saw last year, the Rashid that I said I believe could have broken the Jamaican national record, the Rashid that I thought would have been the best challenger for Grant Holloway, I am not seeing him this year. So maybe he still needs more time, but I'm not seeing him this year yet.
Okay, so on your marks, guys.
These are the under 20 boys.
Okay, so it's the kids.
Yeah, Neil Matthew Sutherland, Matthew Sullivan, Khalil Johnson, Javel Granville, Deshaun Lamb, Damario Prince, Jamili Thomas, and Shavari Simmons. Those are how they line up, for this finals.
Okay, they're having them stand up for whatever reason. So yeah, so like getting back into it, it's like I don't want to count out Rashid Broadbell, but Orlando Bennett looked so good.
Yeah, Orlando Bennett looked so good.
And track as you will remember, myself and T, we covered this extensively in our video. We said that the 110-meter hurdles was going to be the race of death. It was going to be like a Charlene showdown. Like that was how. Is that not a thing?
Hold on. No, Charlene Showdown is a thing. I'm just wondering if you're talking about it from a movie aspect or the anime that used to come out on TVJ.
Charlene Showdown. I don't know any other version.
Yeah. There's an anime Charlene Showdown. I don't know if it still comes on, but I used to love it.
Yes. That is what the 110-meter hurdles is going to look like. I still think that Hansel is going to prevail. Hansel is riding high on confidence. And
all right, so they're in the block storm. Let's just hold off on that. Let's see what's going on. They're set and they're off. It was a neck and neck race between Deshaun Lamb and Granville the whole way. And it was a fantastic race, and they take 1-2. Yeah. Both run personal best. Loving what I'm seeing here. Granville needs some to clean up his clearing of the hurdles, but other than that, it's a strong team. Not as strong as last year, obviously. Why am I forgetting his name? What's that young guy that he goes to Texas Tech right now? And he went to KC and he used to go to Jago.
I know you're talking. But he's not here at these championships.
No, he's not. But I wanted to make reference to his times last year versus what they're doing this year. So these times are much slower than what they're doing what they did last year. But still, strong representation for us going into the World Juniors. Oh, okay, Danielle. I'm just seen it. We saw it late popping up on the screen. So yeah. The championship is going great, guys. Don't forget to be giving us your comments. Let us know your thoughts on how the races are going. Yes, Bashan Basiana. Bashan Basian. I don't know why I'm forget. It's such a unique name. It's hard to forget, and I don't know why it has slipped me all night. Bashan Basiana last year, he was a top tier guy, running low 13s, and I'm did he dip below 13 in the finals? I don't remember, but I know the French guy did. But still, he was our top tier last year. These guys are obviously not on that level, but still good representation. It's not Basiano, it's Basiana.
Right, I'm just putting it up in a way.
No. I was just saying.
Right, we appreciate it, Rickaday. You triggered our memory. So even if the spelling is not spot on, we appreciate it. Because for the life of me, I could see his face, I could see his eyes.
His face is plastered in my mind. I couldn't remember his name for the life of me. Omar looks stressed out. Omar, come get it together.
Orlando Bennett has done his trademark headband. No, Omar kind of looks confident still.
You know what I don't like that Omar is doing that he didn't used to do back in the day of winning the Olympics and world championships? When he's clearing the hurdles, he's doing this thing now that I don't know.
Where he's going backwards?
Yeah. So that's taking away from his momentum. I don't know what's happening there. So he clears the hurdles and then he does this and then he goes again and then he does this. And I'm like, why are you going all the way back? You didn't used to do that.
I mean, I observed that that's odd. He's racing alongside Hansa Parchment. I'm just hoping that he focuses on his race.
Please, that's
if
all
he
I'm
sees
asking
Hansa
for.
come up on him, I'm presuming that he will get the better start, Omar McLeod. And when or if...
No, Omar is a fantastic starter. What are you saying?
I'm not saying, I'm assuming that Omar will get the better start. So I'm saying when and if Hansel comes upon his shoulders, Omar better not panic. He better keep his race together because, I mean, there's Orlando Bennett, there's... Rashid Broadwell. I mean,
Damien Thomas always seems to come at the right time. Exactly. Let's not forget him because he hasn't been looking the part all season, but he still made it to the finals. So let's not forget him.
And even the lesser persons, like Franz Campbell, Michael O'Hara, all of those, they never looked shabby in their runs. And I mean, look at Michael O'Hara. He had a personal best, and he's on a trajectory. So expect him to run even faster. I mean,
yeah. It's a good look. It's just I just want them to focus on their own lanes. I know it's hard. It's a high pressure situation, but please focus on your own lane. I just want to shout out to all of you guys in here. Thank you so much for joining and watching along with us and enjoying the Jamaican championships and the junior championships as well. Seeing who we're sending out to wave our flag high and represent us.
I wanted to speak about Trey Cunningham for a second because I hear the commentators speaking about him, but persons are sleeping on Trey Cunningham. Trey Cunningham was in the NCAA along with Daniel Roberts and Grant Holloway his entire career. So there were those two big dark clouds over his entire career, which is why he never featured. That's why no one doesn't know his name. He never got to win. There was always that Daniel Roberts. He grew up in the worst.
He never got to win, but we knew his name.
Right? No. I'm just listening to the commentators, and they were surprised that Devon Allen didn't win, and they were wondering like, who is this Trey Cunningham person?
They could not be wondering who Trey Cunningham is, and he's been tearing up the US scene. These people are crazy.
NCAA. So now with everybody out of the NCAA, finally Trey Cunningham, I don't know, he spent his 5th year in the NCAA to secure that win this year. But he has always been somebody serious.
I don't think anybody's sleeping on him really. I think It's just that when you look at it overall, you're like, okay, there are only 3 medals. Who is getting it? Bam, bam, bam. And you tend to forget everybody else.
I'm kind of surprised that he won Devon Allen. However, it's just kind of hard all the way around because Daniel Roberts has always been good. I thought he was better than Grant Holloway.
I don't know what happened to him last year. I don't know what happened to him since he won in 2019. He won the US trials.
The US trials.
And after that, I just don't know what happened. It's like he went downhill. Because as we know, Grant Holloway went on to win at the World Championships. So I don't even know what happened. But he was literally that good. I don't know. But he looks like he's coming back now. So
the USA has they've assembled their dream team. If ever there was a dream team in the 110-meter hurdles.
No, they've always had a strong team from ever since. Ever since. Always. Hurdles has always been their thing.
But when you look at times, I mean, I know there's Aries merit, but I mean,
they've always been running fantastic times. Always. If you check those guys, you see their times, they've always been world class.
Now you have Grant Holloway and Devon Allen breathing down on that world record time. Nobody else was getting that close before.
You see that time that Devon ran? When I'm not gonna. I gave it the same side eye. I gave the one area Knighton ran. I'm just looking at these times like.
I'm not looking at either of them side eyes. Why? These guys have been remarkably consistent.
Both but there are levels to this. There are levels to this. You're not going to be running 13 O's and all of a sudden almost shatter the world record. Yeah.
So our athletes are on the track. Let's divert back to them for a second.
They're now announcing the names. Possibly, but that's a bag for him. So all the best to him. You don't make as much as you do as it. Well, track and field is like at the lowest rung of a tier, making money. So if you can get into another sport and set yourself up, then go right ahead.
It's so weird to see that little kid, Michael O'Hara, looking like a big crusty man. It's odd when I see all these little kids growing up.
It tells you how old you are, ain't it? Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't like being reminded.
Okay, they're in their blocks, guys. Whew, it's going down.
I'm a bit nervous. It's the hurdles. Oh, come on, guys. Clean. Be clean.
At this point, Omar seems to be the only person who needs to keep it together.
That's why I said I was worried about him. That's why I'm most worried about him than everybody else. I'm like, can you feel my love, Omar? It's coming at you right now. Love.
Come through, Omar. You know you can do it. Hansel. False starts? No, somebody put their hand up. La France Campbell.
Oh. Worst timing ever. Like, who puts their hand up like right there? Oh, he didn't hear the set. Oh, crap. He didn't hear the set. They should have called up the race because he didn't get up. They should have known. It's clear that he didn't get up.
I think La France left that hand raise for a bit late.
No, but he didn't get up. He saw that they didn't. Usually, what's supposed to happen is they're supposed to call up the race. If somebody doesn't move, they call up the race. They tell them to stand up, right? They didn't say that. So he realizing that, hey, nobody's saying stand up, and everybody's moving. Why is everybody moving but me? Let me quickly raise my hand. I think that's what happened, which is good on him. Good catch, because if he was any later, then it was that would be it. Oh God, Omar.
Omar is run out again.
Omar had, it was
The
bad.
minute he felt
He did this
Hansel beside him, it was all over.
I had Orlando Bennett as well. Why does Bruce sound excited every time he
I want
talks
to say
about
that I
Omar
did
not
a
making
call
it?
to Broadbell, but I just had to put Omar in because it's Omar.
He looks
But
so
Omar
stressed
totally
out.
crumbled in that race. There was no reason.
I don't know what happened. And it's after the second hurdle, he just went like this. I don't know.
He fell badly.
It's the same. He's having the same issue he was having from 2019, where he's rocking over to the what's that?
He's right.
Right. He's having the same issue.
I mean, Hansel Parchment saw Omar crumbling in front of him, but he had to focus on his own lane.
Yeah, he had to focus on it. Oh my god! And they're good friends, you know. All right, guys. So taking the first place is Hansel Parchment. Second is Rashid Broadbell, and third is Orlando Bennett.
Orlando Bennett.
And I think Damon came through for fourth.
Right? No, Orlando Bennett looks too good to not make that team. What did they say?
Right, yeah, so it's like he's cracking. It's like I don't know what's, and he was never, guys. This Omar has faced the toughest pressure ever. I did a video. I talked about it in it where I said that preview video that we did, Tom, back in January when we did December. Sorry, at the end when we talked about what happened. Was that it? No, it was the hurdles video. The hurdles videos when we talked about it, we said Omar has faced the toughest pressure in 2017 when everything was tumbling down around Omar. Usain Bolt finishing third. Elaine not medaling. Everything was just going wrong for the Jamaicans. There was stuff about the 400s. Everything, the 400, the 4x4s, like everything was just going wrong. The only person that held it together under all of that pressure was Omar. So he can handle pressure. I just don't know what is happening since 2019. He really needs some strong people in his corner to tell him that he is that good and he can be that good again.
And let's not talk about jumping camps like 3-4 times in between, changing, sponsorship. It was Nike.
There's something going on behind the scenes. Oh wow.
A lot has been going on with Omar. But I want to say that when I saw them last night, Orlando looked too good to not make it.
Yeah, that's why I said Orlando was making it. He was definitely making it.
Hansel was always going to win. That confidence, nothing was stopping him.
Omar, if anybody you know is watching this, just we're sending you love. Try to you need some positive people in your corner. Whoever, wherever, please, people help Omar. He needs the love. He needs the support. You remember Johan? You saw how Johan came back? He can. And he can. And Johan was coming back from an injury. Just think about it. That was a career-ending injury. Omar, it's more mental than anything else. So Omar can come back. I have all faith in him.
Let us speak about Hansel Parchment, who's on our screen for a second. The Olympic bronze medalist in 2012. In 2012. Then there was a long drought. Thereabouts, but not quite there.
And 2015, he came back.
And now he is the Olympic. He's the Olympic champion, and I have him as a strong favorite going into the World Championships. Even if his times don't look as glorious as those 4 Americans, Hansel is riding on something that none of them have. That level of whatever it is going on for
No, I
Hansel.
want to touch back on something that happened in this race. You saw what happened before the race was called up? He actually looked like he was getting a good start. I think what happened after made him start slower. How obviously, as I said, his start has gotten much better. So whatever happened tonight, I don't expect to see it in Eugene.
Yes. Yes.
So I believe he can come back. He needs to run more races and get back in his groove. Yeah,
However,
he needs to get back in his groove. He's a champion. I can never forget like what he has done for Jamaica, and I will never forget and not appreciate what he has done. Like a lot of people hit out on him, and nobody's perfect, obviously, but at the end of the day, he has done a lot for us. He held us up when listen, when in the heights of all the Usain Bolt glory in 2016, nobody really thought about Omar McLeod's gold medal in the 100-meter hurdles. But in 2017, when everything went downhill, that gold medal meant the world to us. So I will
okay.
never forget.
Um, I am looking on. I'm looking at Amar's face as he was clearing those last set of hurdles, and I can see the pain on his face, the emotion, and the fight, and that is what we want to see. So he did not give up. He could clearly see that there were so many athletes ahead of him, and he was still trying his best to get back into it. And I mean, it was too little, too late, but
I'm starting to cry again, guys. I cry very easily. No, oh my God! Like seriously, Omar has a
um,
special place in my heart, and I've been dying to see him come back, and
yes.
I've only have positive energy for him.
Right, yes, myself and T, we have spoken extensively about 2017 and that one gold medal when everybody and everything went wrong that could go wrong for us at the World Championships, and Amor came through and delivered for us.
And funny enough, when we did that video, I talked to you about when I was editing it, and I said I didn't even think about when I was saying, because I think at the time we said something along the lines when um he was talking himself into it, and he was like, listen, I have to do it, I have to do it. And right at that moment on the start line, he was literally talking to himself, like he was literally saying, I have to do it, I have to do it. My country is waiting on me, my country needs this, and he held it together. So I don't want to hear anybody say anything bad about him. He's going through stuff, and we need to support him.
Sometimes it takes long, whatever. Sometimes you never know. Chrome Dog, to shift things back to the US for a second. These men that I'm speaking about, they have produced fast times, at least three of them outside of the US. So they have produced fast times, not only on uh, US soil, so they produce faster times outside of the US as well. So I just want to add that they are seriously competitive, and we do have the defending world champion in that bunch.
Yeah, Anthony, that gold, it's cemented in my soul. I mean, everything Omar has done, well, everything our athletes do is cemented in my soul. But again, this is before I started this channel. I have a special place in my heart for athletes that are from my home turf, Manchester. So everything they do stick out like a sore thumb to me. So I just love it. So I'll never forget anything Omar has done, and I believe strongly he will come back.
Yanimak, are you an athlete? Which sport, which event do you compete in?
Which event? Tell us. We don't know. We don't know the Yanimak alias. Tell us what's your name so that we can know which sport, and I'll tell you if you're an athlete that I love, that I know and love. Omar's on screen. What? Yeah, I really think he needs to focus on himself. There's too much going on. There's too much going on with him. He lost his cousin. She was 5 months pregnant. He said he wasn't in race shape. There's so much going on. Guys, athletes are human beings. They have a lot going on in the background as well. Man, I'm gutted as well. I've been talking it up all season. And I'm saying Omar will be back. Omar is a true champion. He's a fighter. He will be back. And yes, he's down now. He didn't make it now, but I believe he will be back.
Well,
He's tearing up. He's in. Oh my God. Yanni Mac, you're feeling it as well, and he's talking and in his interview now, and you can hear the emotions of tears that he's holding back. And oh wow,
well, a combination of just his gracious post-race interview. His body was ready, but his mind wasn't, basically. And when you combine that with the fight that I still saw him fighting even when he realized that there were like 4 men easily ahead of him. That tells me that Amar
yeah,
is
he
not
could have
done yet.
stopped. Yeah,
He is not done yet. We will see more of Amar. He's still young, and again, we need to look no further than Johan Blake, who people,
yeah.
buried basically.
Everybody wrote off.
We need to look no
Not us
further than
though.
him to know that Amar will come back when it's Amar's time.
Yeah. Wow, that was a really emotional coaster for us here. I mean, wow. Ah, but we have three strong. I don't want to take anything away from anybody that is representing our country. I'm happy for them all. I'm happy for Hands of Parchment. I'm happy for Orlando Bennett, and I'm happy for Rashid Brabel. I did say Rashid Brabel was my man before Hansen even went on to win the Olympics. I had Rashid Brabel as the breakout person of the season. So it's great seeing him coming and making his first senior team. Sorry. So yeah,
And after watching the runs last night, Rashid Broadbell was easily in my top three.
yeah, he was
I just
definitely
gave
there
the
for
edge
sure.
to Amar because it's Amar. I
Yeah,
could
we're
see
carrying
Rashid,
feelings.
finishing in the top three, but I just had to give Amar the preference, like when I was making my call. So kudos to Rashid for that
Yeah,
awesome run.
yeah, it's fantastic.
Because I spoke about his hurdling style. Well, we have spoken about Rashid's hurdling style. That type of hurdling style that would have taken to defeat Grant Holloway, we thought, at the Olympics. But Hans Parchment was there and he took care of the job. So now we have three athletes going to the World Championships.
All right, there's a pause a moment. The 200 meters is on the track. We're coming up to the end of this event, guys. The fast races are on. We already just finished the hurdles, and now we're on to the final four events. The under 2200 under 20 from both males and females, and the seniors, males and females. So let's go through the under 20 girls. We have Jamara Patterson in lane one from St. Catherine. Nydia Chance from William Nib in lane two, Abriana Wright from Homewood in lane three, Tia Clayton from Edwin Allen in four, Alana Reed from Hydel in five, Shanice Walker from St. Jago in lane four, Laviana Williams from William Nib in lane seven, and Michaelia Hazley from Immaculate in lane eight. I have Tia and Alana Reed. Who do you have, Tam?
Tia, Tia and Alana Reed. It's kind of clear cut because it's Tia and Alana Reed. I mean,
Yeah,
I
but it's
don't know.
not sure. My thing is that I'm hearing that Brianna may be getting an exemption. So whoever finishes second may not make it. I am not sure though.
Shanice Walker looked very, very, very good in her semifinals. Brianna Liston, Veronica Will, she may be out with a medical exemption. She's not at these championships. I do not know what that means for her. I do not know if she's still making the trip. Only two persons can represent Jamaica for the juniors. So if Brianna is in, only one of these ladies that are racing here
Yeah.
right now will
And
be.
the only one based on, I guess, pedigree or just how good they are is Tia. Because Tia is like a class above everybody else. Oh, no, Alana Reid is good as well, you know. But
So
yeah.
So basically, it is very important that anyone who runs this race runs to win.
Wants to
If
win.
Brianna is going to be in.
Yeah. And more than likely, the Jamaicans will want to send Brianna because she is the world leader. There's nobody that's close to her. If she goes, that's pretty much all the other girls are either injured or too old to enter that beat her last year.
They're going into their blocks.
All right, there's a hush before the start. They're set and they're off. Alana Reid gets a fantastic start. She's a really, really good starter.
Wow.
Yeah, she's going really, really well.
Wow.
Alana Reid. It doesn't look like Tia is catching her. Oh, wow. No. Alana Reid will take this. Tia is not taking.
Okay, track is. Alana did what she needed to do to make it onto that team.
Here's the trouble. Here's the trouble for Tia. Does she make the team? Because if they're going to factor in Brianna, what happens? Do they just, I don't know. Yes, we've been on screen for how long have we been doing this now where people are seeing our faces? But I've always been told my whole life, I don't know if it's because I watch a lot of anime, is that I have expressions like anime characters, like my eyes always open wide and pop out, so I don't know.
And Chrome Dog were doing the calculations. We're trying to figure out where Brianna Liston fits into this equation and where does Tia Clayton, because you know that her coach will be fighting for her to get that
because there's there's the all important relay. That's what is flashing through my brain right now. Remember, Karika Hill has already made the team, so that she's a solid relay leg. We already have Serena Cole and Tina. If you're gonna give Brianna Liston a quote unquote exemption and take her, that means that there's no necessarily need for a Tia because those girls are all also fast. And based on personal best, Karika is still faster than Tia.
So Tia also ran a personal best 23:41. So it's not like she wasn't trying; she was running.
No. Yeah, she was definitely trying. But my thing is that, guys, remember they never take the same, like how they say, like you have 4 people. They don't take all 4 people. So I'm not really sure. They usually just drag people from events here and there and throw them together to do the relay. The trouble is, or the challenge is that there's a Brianna Liston someplace in the wings and we don't know what's going to happen with that. That's the trouble.
Look at Brittany, all attitude.
I love her. She knows she looks good. I love when a girl is confident in herself. She knows she looks good and she's flaunting that. I love it.
And Chrome Dog in past years, Jamaica has been very cheap about how many
about who they send. They're not carrying that as soul.
Yes, to the World Juniors. Track is they generally only take the 2 people from the 100 meters, and then they use anybody else from the 200 meters or the hurdles.
Hurdles and just case in point last year with Karika Hill. She was from
Jamaica generally carries no extra bodies for the juniors. So I don't know that. Last year they didn't carry a third person from the 100 meters. I do not know what's going to happen.
It's a tough call.
It's very tough.
Last year they didn't even. No, she was she one of the ones that caught COVID. I'm trying to remember if we had two entrants in the 100 meters. I don't remember. I remember seeing Tina, but I can't remember the
Tia
second
was
person.
actually Tia never qualified, so they did carry her as an extra body last year.
Yeah, they carried her as an extra, but I'm trying to remember what happened.
Maybe they'll carry her again. They carried her last year as an extra body, so let's see what happens with that.
But here's the struggle as well. This is World Juniors. There is no heat in the 4x1. I don't recall seeing a heat. Do you see a heat? There's no heat. There's just a straight final. So who do you take out? God go with them.
And we're assuming that this year they're going to put Brenna Liston in the relays. And if
all right,
so,
Tom, pause a second.
Yeah.
Pause a second. Let's jump into the boys. 200. You have Omar and Barrett, David Lynch, Zachary Koch, Malik Smith, Adrian Kerr, Sandra Davis, Kimani Sterling, and Recoy Hunter, and they're off. Sandra Davidson running a blistering bend. Adrian Kerr tries to follow him.
Woo! Woo!
He moves away. David Lynch is in second place. That's a personal best. Is it a personal best? Yeah, because he has a 20.9 something, I think. No, it's not a rule. It's just that they've been cheap, I guess, over the years. So they I guess don't carry everybody they can carry. But let's see if they do it this time around. But still, I don't think there's a heat. So there are 5 really, really good girls. And there are only 4 spots in a relay. That's just how it looks.
And in case you're wondering who the 5th person is, that's Kerika Hill. So you have Tina Clayton, Serena Cole, Kerika Hill, Brianna Liston, and Tia Clayton. And there are only 4 persons that will run in that relay. Which 4 are they going to choose? And if Tia is out of the choosing, if they're working with Kerika Hill and Brianna Liston, where does that leave?
I had a weird thought. Maybe they'll make it up to Tia in the relay and not use Kerika, since Kerika already has an individual spot.
I don't know. Who won that little race that they were having around the back in the 100 meters? That's Kerika Hill, Tia Clayton.
I don't remember.
I never went back.
I don't remember. Let me go look. Now. Yeah.
Because that's going to inform my decision a lot.
Well, unfortunately, it's not our decision.
Okay, trackies, we're not ignoring
that. It was 100 separate.
20.84. Who won?
11.25 to 11.26. Tia and Kerika Hill.
So Tia and Kerika.
Yeah, but it was just 100. No, if they give Brianna Liston the spot, Tina is out. I'm thinking that to make it up to Tina, they give Tina the relay leg.
No,
and Kerika is not
in. Tina is out. Tina who?
Tia, sorry.
If Tia, 200.
Right, so out of the 200. So if they take out Tia, right, and give Brianna Liston the spot, I think they make it up to Tia by giving Tia the relay leg and not Kerika, because Kerika has an individual spot. That's just how I'm looking at it. Because to be fair, Tia turned up. Tia did what she was supposed to do, which was finish in top 3. This top 2, sorry. This exemption thing has always been a little tricky and troublesome for the athletes competing, right? But Tia did what she was supposed to do, which was turn up and compete. I don't know what's happening with Brianna Liston and that exemption and if that will even work.
Okay, so we spent all this time talking about Sanjay, double 1-1-2 champion at these trials. Personal best all the way.
Yeah, the two of them earned their spot because they finished 1-2, but there's the exemption thing dangling in the wind. We've seen it being used before. Elaine Thompson used it before. It is a possibility. We're not
So
sure.
yes, Chrome Dog. What's her name? Alana Reed just won, and Tia
Yeah.
Taylor finished second.
Yeah.
Alana's in for sure.
All right, Tom, pause that because the big women are on the
a
track.
medical exemption.
Pause that. The big women are on the track. Let's run through the heats really quick. The lanes, sorry, really quick. In lane 1, we have Dominic Clark. Lane 2, Jodine Williams. Lane 3, Shelly and Fraser Price. Lane 4, Natalia White. Lane 5, Elaine Thompson Hera. Lane 6, Sharika Jackson. Lane 7, Ashanti Moore. And lane 8, Kevona Davis. Are you calling this, Tom?
Boy, Sharika looks strong.
Me not call it. Me just said the three of them are going to finish in the top 3. Me not call it.
Sharika is strong, but Elaine looked very good last night.
Me not calling that thing.
Oh my God. Okay, let's call it.
I'm not calling it. You can
The
do it.
top 3 people will be Elaine, Shelly, and Sharika in no particular order.
That's not calling it. We know those 3 are finishing in the top 3 anyway. That's not calling it. That's a bug out.
All right, I'm gonna be the one brave soul.
Get off the fence.
Yes. Sharika, Shelly, Elaine.
All right.
Sharika looks like she's not gonna let Shelly win this one. She's coming for the head.
My stream stopped. What? It's the worst possible time. Like, dudes.
Chrome Dog, that's my call to Sharika, Shelly, Elaine. Sharika is not even going to
says Elaine is
Shelly
holding
win
back.
this one.
To spring a surprise. It's possible, but it doesn't matter. They all qualify. That's how I look at it. When it comes on to medals, now the World Championship, then we can say it matters.
Dennis, this is not Elaine's race. Elaine's race is the finals at the World Championship.
And the Olympics. She's only ever, she's only ever put on her foot in the finals of a championship in the 200, never before. It's not raining anymore, Chrome Dog.
No, it doesn't seem to. There doesn't seem to be any rain.
It doesn't seem so. I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm going to be brave. Sharika, Shelly, Elaine. 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't matter to me. They all qualify. I just want them to qualify healthily. That's all.
Veronica Willis coming in with a difference. She said Sharika, Elaine, Shelly.
Why is my feed breaking down like right when they're getting in their blocks? No. Come. I need to see.
Sharika Jackson is gone. Wow! Huge. Hang on. What did my speak?
My races are gone yet. Don't tell me. My race hasn't even started. Don't tell me.
Veronica, where are you? I have to put you back up on the screen, Veronica. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sharika looks like
21.56. Oh my
God. 21.55 rounded up, down.
Oh my God. I love the camaraderie. I love that they're all hugging. Wow. 21.5. Oh my God.
Track is. It is not outside. We have to say it right now.
It is
It's not outside the realm of possibility for Sharika to challenge Elaine in the 200 meters at the World Championships. We have to call it for what it is.
Yes.
Sharika has entered the conversation in a very serious way as far as possibly challenging Elaine Thompson here. Elaine had no other challenger up to this minute, this second, this moment.
Wow. Listen, let me put this into context though. That was 21-5-3 after 5 rounds.
Five.
After 5 rounds on one of the fastest tracks in the world. This is 21-5-6 after 4 rounds. After 4 rounds on an okay track. Which one do you think is better?
This is the third fastest time in
Elaine
history.
came second. Elaine came second and Shelly came third.
Track is Elaine was second, but anyway, focus. This is the third fastest time in history. Only to Flo Jo and Elaine Thompson here. This is a big time. This is a World Championships winning performance. Listen, no, Veronica, Shelly is not holding back. This was a
Shelly wasn't holding back. This was a full out race.
Veronica, Shelly was not holding back. Shelly was spent. Elaine was spent.
They were all going out.
Sharika stretched them and made it look very, very
Sharika beat them off the bend. There's no way you are a 10-6 sprinter and a 10-5 sprinter and you allow Sharika to beat you off the bend. They know what they have to do for World Championships. Both Shelly and Elaine know that they have to beat Sharika if they stand a chance off that bend.
Shelly
because she'll be coming.
She was not holding back trackies. Wow. Trackies, the third fastest time in history. In history. Yep. On a Jamaican wet track.
Well, no, they say, no. There's a theory that the track in Jamaica becomes faster when it's wet. There's a theory.
This is like bobsledding at this point. What?
And the wind was zero. It was dead wind.
Wow.
Dead wind.
No wind to help her. Wow.
This is definitely the race of the entire meet. Yes, Chrome Dog, she did say that she had something special. Yeah, and that's the thing, because Sharika's expected to run a personal best, at the championships. That didn't happen. So let's say she gets down to 10-6. That means she's possibly just as fast as Elaine getting off that curve.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody forget about the man them. We still have one more race to go. We still have Uncle Johan to come.
Okay, guys, the time is 21:55.
Rad says Elaine and Shelly were holding back. That's quite optimistic. Franobex, me believe so. Oh my God, it was magnificent.
confused. Shelly and Fraser Price says, I don't have my stats up, but her personal best must be something like 2209. Shelly and Fraser Price has only this 2214 that Shelly and Fraser Price dropped.
2184. No, 2179. That's her personal best. 2179. Remember, she won last year.
This time that Shelly and Fraser Price has to rank in the top 6 or 7 times that she has ever ran. Easily. This 2214. This was a ridiculously fast race. I need to pull up Shelly and Fraser Price's times. This was ridiculously fast. Woo! Ridiculous. No, Raj. Elaine now is quite capable, but come on, Elaine has only ran faster than this once. How could they be holding back?
It's gonna be
ran faster than this once, and Shelly has never come even close.
It's gonna be a bang up final in.
We have to face it for what it is. It had appeared that Shelly that Elaine had the 200 meters locked, that no one could come close to her, but track is not anymore. This run by Sharika Jackson puts her right there beside.
That is just 200 of a second difference. That's no difference. That is no difference.
This run places her right there beside Elaine Thompson-Herah. No one is coming close to them. Yes, Michelle, Sharika has arrived in a major way.
Major. Wow.
Anything else? What is she coming with at the World Championships? Is the 200-meter world record back on world record watch?
Yes, but it's back on watch because we're going to Eugene. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I can look forward to both the 100 and the 200-meter world record, possibly going to a Jamaican. I don't care which one.
I just wanted Elaine to qualify as well, and she said she just wanted to qualify. But even with Elaine qualifying, that had nothing. That had nothing. That's a separate. Elaine doing whatever she was doing.
Don't take anything from Sharika's run.
It's separate from what Sharika was doing.
That run was destructive. That was destructive.
Irrespective of whatever Shelly or Elaine were doing, was magnificent.
Yep.
As in Sharika's own words, 2 persons in history have ever run faster: Flojo and Elaine Thompson-Herah. That run was magnificent.
It was destructive. Just the same we thought how Elaine destroyed the field in Tokyo. She destroyed them. So don't take anything away from whoever is more prepared or whatever. It's the finals. She was ready and she did that.
Exactly. So despite whatever Shelly's racing strategy may have been, Elaine's racing strategy may have been, that time is something ridiculous.
Gabby is not going. Dennis, I'll get back to you, Dennis. Q Synergy, Gabby is not going.
Gabby, she did not make the team. Q Synergy, Gabby didn't make the US team.
Gabby didn't make the US team. Let's go back to Dennis here. Dennis, we agree to a certain extent that we don't think Elaine is ready. We don't think Tom has been saying it all week that Elaine is not ready. So we understand that part, but we're saying in this moment, Sharika is ready and Sharika did her business. As it relates to what Elaine will do come Eugene, that's left to be seen. We know what she can do. So we want her to get back there and even better. But Sharika right now is on fire. Fran has the secret sauce with Sharika because he didn't do it with Shelly because guess what? Remember, it's only when Shelly left that she ran faster than 10.70. And Elaine was apparently on the way out from way before I hear based on rumors, right? So
okay,
it's a hungry Sharika.
All right,
let's run through. Let me run through it quick. Let me run through the start lineup. All right, in lane 1, we have Jazeel Murphy from Titans. Lane 2, Antonia Watson from Racers. Lane 3, Mario Heslop unattached. Lane 4, Johan Blake Titans. Lane 5, Rashid Duar Sprintech. Lane 6, Andrew Hudson, Empire Athletics. Lane 7, Raquan Graham. He's a youngster, turning 20 this year. Raquan Graham from Wolmer's. And lane 8, Nigel Ellis from MVP Track Club.
Raj, I'm going back and forth with you. Sharika has just separated herself from from Shelly, and as far as the 200 goes. There will be no running down there will be no running down Shelly anymore.
Shelly, the only question mark right now, is if Elaine can get back to her 21.5. There's no way Shelly's beating Sharika in that 200. That is the 200. Way. We're not talking about the 100, but the 200. Guys. All right, don't tell me because I don't want. Mine hasn't even started.
Hudson, woo! Wow!
Don't tell me. I want to see it myself.
Wow!
I'm waiting. All right, Johan is off now.
You're so behind, see, it's not even funny.
I'm very far behind. I told you. Okay. Hudson. $20.11.
21.0 Hudson.
I was expecting a faster time, to be honest, but congrats, Hudson. Blake came, I'm not sure, based on the dip. Chrome Dog, ever since my stream stopped, it went way behind.
Okay, Johan second. I wonder if Nigel Ellis, I can't.
I'm wondering, it looks like he got it, but I'm not sure.
Because it was pretty tight there. I need to rewatch that race.
Boy, it's looking so they look like they're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't seen who finished third yet. Yes, Dennis Civil didn't enter the 200. I've always wondered about that, but it seems they're being tentative about him and not having him get into the 200 too quickly. But hopefully in the coming years, we will see him go into the 200. But yeah. What happened?
No, they're wondering about Andrew Hudson getting his passport before, because he's trying to become a Jamaican citizen.
So he's not Jamaican?
He's not Jamaican yet.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he said that in what? In the interview? My interview hasn't come up yet. So I haven't heard none of that.
I was hearing it from the first round that he was not Jamaican and he was trying to get a Jamaican passport.
But I'm hearing Bruce now say something about getting it renewed, getting his passport renewed. That's a difference.
Not renewed, getting a Jamaican passport to make him Jamaican.
No, and I'm saying I heard Bruce just say Nigel finished third. I just heard Bruce say he's trying to get it renewed. So I'm not sure. Boy, what a night of excitement. I still can't get over that the Sharika 21.55.
On December 14th, 1996. So as I said, he's trying to get a Jamaican passport. He's an American at this moment, still representing American World Athletics website. So Andrew Hudson has given up his American citizenship to come to Jamaica where he can make a team.
That's not nice.
Oh my gosh.
Right now they're interviewing Shelly, and she's just saying everything is going according to plan, and she claimed to qualify, and if she and this is all, you know, in the back pocket for if she chooses to do the 200. So she's still undecided as to whether or not she will do the 200, but yeah. Tom, why are you so silent?
Okay, because I was researching Andrew Hudson. So
They must spy on our
trials,
training.
at last year's US trials, Andrew Hudson competed on the US B team and was eighth in the finals at the Olympic trials at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. He was first in the heats in the B, third in the semifinals on the B team, and eighth in the finals in the B team.
What's the B team at their trials? What are
I
they
didn't
saying?
know that a B team, but they ran a B team. It seems, and he finished eighth.
Is this to go to like some other championship, like North America championship or something?
I have no idea, but it seems like they ran a B team and he came eighth. This doesn't even the A team, it seems. So, well, anyway, he's here in Jamaica now. You know, I hope he got his passport. So, Chrome Dog, I don't mean to make light of Andrew Hudson's win, but I just wanted to bring up back your comments. The Yankees will sweep the men's 200 for sure. Well, what can I say? We did some digging, and Andrew Hudson finished eighth last year at the U.S. Olympic trials. For the
really? You're beating that horse again? Like, oh, come on! He's Jamaican. He's gonna be represented us. Come on, positivity, man. Don't be like that. Don't treat him like that.
So then he said, no, the B is just as go as the B. They have too much athletes, so they split them into A and B for more qualifiers. Well, for whatever, well, so however that shook out, he was in the B. He was in the B section. Oh well, it wasn't B to mean something bad. I guess that's what the idea is.
No. All right, Tom, let it go. 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 Let's see here. Shelly focuses on the 100. Yes, Shelly's focus is definitely on the 100. She's trying to break that world record. So let's see if she can get there. Shelly is maxed out. If she's undecided. No, she's 35. Remember, guys, she's 35, and she has to keeping the mileage in her brain at all times. So that will be a big factor as it relates to whether or not she chooses to do the event. It's all about mileage on her legs, what she's already done.
I say, go for it if you feel you can, because you're going to be 1 year older next year when the next championship rolls around. Yeah, because we have another World Championships next year, 2023. So, right, because we're in this one should have been last year. So you're going to be 1 year older. So when you can, run well. But Sharika Jackson has to be the talk of the town. T, did we call Sharika? What did we say special? Oh, we said she would run 10.6.
Which you don't want?
Yeah, she said she was going to run 21.5.
No, I still expect the 10.6. I still expect the 10.6. I feel like whatever.
I know. And the 21.5 was an easy call. We should have done an earlier video on it, because that writing was on the wall.
Well, if Elaine ran 10.6 and run 21 and 21.5, Sharika 10.6, I'm expecting to go along with that 21.5. I don't know who came fourth, unfortunately. So that's what I'm looking back at now. So Natalia White came fourth. Wait, no, this is not it. This is the lanes. They haven't put up the results yet, so I don't know who came
Third,
fourth. Fourth.
fourth. Why do we need to know who came? Oh, you just wanted to tell someone who came fourth?
Yeah, yeah. We still want to know,
Yes,
like,
Kingdom
how.
on TV, world record. Track is it's Sunday evening. I know T wants to stay on here all night.
No,
But
no. You know how it goes. We're about to wrap up. I was just about to say that. Sherika 10-6 with a good start. Her start is better than Elaine's right now. So that's a good start. Um, yeah, world record in the making. So anyway, guys, this is it for us. We've had a wonderful time. Thank you so very much for coming out and supporting us by joining the stream and, enjoying a good talk and learning from each other with track and field. I had fun during these days. I cried a little, got a little emotional, I laughed a little, I complained a little, I did a little of everything, plus I ate and drank as well. I'm thinking that, we can probably dedicate a day in the week to do like recaps on one day, whatever happened in the week for track and field. That would be a good look since we got such a good turnout during our this trial run. So I'm really happy. Thank you so very much, as I said, for coming out. Remember to head on over to TXT Track Time 2.0 and give us a subscribe on that channel. We're trying to get it to grow as well. Tom, any final words?
track is this is what we do. Thanks for sticking and staying with us. Remember, TXT Track Time 2.0. Subscribe over there so we can grow that platform as well. And thanks for sticking and staying with us. Of course, the World Championships will be back with our live streams for that. So stay tuned for more.
All right, I'm T, and that's Tam, and we are out.